I'm like, yeah, go Braves. They're all Dodger fans.
See, mine loves
Oh my
she
gosh.
loves the Rockets.
Oh, the Rockets?
No, no, she loves basketball, and because we're in Houston, she loves the Rockets. So I'm trying to explain to her not all teams that are in cities are good teams. And so she's like, well, I still want to go and see a game. I'm like, all right, how about this? I'll take you to go see the Sacramento Kings. It was either Sacramento Kings or Milwaukee. And I was like, I'm gonna take you to see Sacramento because the game, Sacramento versus Houston, is gonna be fast paced, a lot of buckets. So I'm like, you'll probably enjoy watching that more than watching Giannis dunk on every soul in the building.
Especially if you're rooting for the Rockets.
Exactly. So I'm like, I'm gonna take you to see Sacramento. She's like, but I want to see LeBron and Steph before they retire because they ain't got too much longer. So I'm like, all right, we can go see LeBron and stuff, I guess, but I ain't gonna like it.
Well, see, my girl hooked me up because she was like, it was Christmas and she got me Thunder Laker tickets. And I was like, oh shit, Thunder Lakers. Like, I'm lit for that. And then, like, we're coming up to the game. Like, it's getting about that time. And now everyone's talking about, oh, LeBron's about to break the scoring record. And that's the game he fucking broke the scoring record.
You like, I ain't going nowhere.
What?
I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, she got me those tickets like 3 months in advance. We looked, the tickets were like 2,000. Like, the game day, I was like, we sell them? Nah, I'm there.
I'm not gonna lie to you. For $2,000, I can see that moment on TV. Goddamn it, I can see that
moment
a lot
for $2,000.
I would have rather watched it on TV.
No, facts. But $2,000,
bro, it was crazy. Like, you watch it on TV, you see how they stopped the game and everything. Like, I was there.
I ain't gonna lie, stopping the game midway.
How crazy was the crowd?
Pissed me off.
It pissed me off too. I'm not gonna lie. I like got lit for a second, and then I was like, hold up, like, can we inbound the ball?
No, that kind of pissed me off because I really was like, let's just get through the game, wait till like the timeout, then we can like, celebrate it.
Yeah.
But don't just cut the game off midway and then celebrate it.
Yeah,
no, for real. These niggas did a halftime. They did a halftime report in like the middle of the second quarter. It's like, all right, bro.
For a Thomas Bryant like came on the court running, like splashing water, and they fucking traded his ass the next day.
How you think he felt about that?
But I mean, Thomas Bryant did get a ring out of it, so
yeah.
Yeah, but still, man. Ring, LeBron breaking the record. Ring, I don't know, man.
He was the littest one. Thomas Bryant was lit like he broke the record.
Thomas Bryant actually ruined the most iconic photo, if we being honest. Like, he literally was in the post, like in the photo of LeBron.
Oh, you talking about when LeBron was like this?
He's so funny, bro.
Now, what's going on, chat? This is the off-season finale. God damn, we have been doing it for 13 weeks. Do you realize that, Daryl?
Yes, 13 episodes.
13 weeks of dealing with y'all bullshit. God, how was I doing it? But this is the final week. More importantly, this is the final Sunday before the season opens. I believe it's Steph and the Golden State Warriors opening up with Phoenix. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. But we got a special guest. It's fellow streamer, fellow podcaster, Mr. Anthony from the Playbook Sports. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, doing good, man. Thank you guys for having me on. Excited to be here, man. It's already good vibes in here.
For sure. For sure. All right, as you guys can see, also we finally did what you guys requested and switched out the background. You can eat my ass. Okay. All right. So.
Whoa.
Damn, you don't have to say.
Whoa.
Hey man, look. For the last few weeks, niggas have been coming up to me saying, "Hey, your background is bland. Switch it up." So guess what? You finally got purple. How about that? You got purple.
So you switched it up to Purple Rain like this is a freaking Prince album.
I'm talking about eating your ass.
Daryl, you have a Giants jersey on.
You right. I know we won in 5. Hold on. We won.
Neither of you guys are in that city.
I got family in the city. Look, man, I got family in the city.
Okay. All right, nigga. All right.
My pops are from Texas.
You don't even watch football, so why are you talking?
Even I know not to wear somebody's jersey that I'm not from.
Anywho,
Come on now.
We are here on the Hoopsters Podcast to talk to y'all about basketball. We're not worried about scrubs like Justin.
All right.
Who looked like he just woke up out of bed and then just decided to hop on the podcast.
I probably did. You never know. Anyway, so the first thing we're gonna get into, we're gonna talk about the Orlando Magic. God help us all. All right. So I'll give a quick rundown real quick on the teams that we're gonna be talking about so that you guys can mentally prepare yourself, because there's gonna be some of these teams where we're gonna be struggling to say anything good about what they did. You guys ready?
Go ahead. Just say it.
Go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off. All right.
Yeah.
So we got Orlando Magic first, Indiana Pacers second, New Orleans Pelicans third. So that's interesting. Detroit Pistons, Toronto Raptors, Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs, Minnesota Timberwolves, Portland Trail Blazers, and Washington Wizards.
Damn. I'm trying to look shit up. I can't even keep up with your
ass. Look, I will give you a second to find the stuff before we go and attack it.
Bet.
Just let me know when you got it, okay?
I think I'm with you. I'm up to the Raptors.
Okay. All right. So right now we're doing Orlando. So I'll throw you a bone and share the screen on this one.
The Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic, yes.
I rock with Orlando.
I like Orlando too, but as far as like their offseason move and stuff like that, like they really didn't do much outside of draft and sign a player that really doesn't move the chain.
Didn't Hampton leave them and go to Miami?
Yeah, RJ Hampton.
RJ Hampton left.
Where is he? Look, he didn't even matter for him to be on his paper. Like what? Like yeah, it didn't even matter.
Hey, he was balling the other night. I ain't gonna lie.
You talking about in the game against the Rockets?
What, for Miami? Yeah, he was doing all right.
Man, they still got smoked.
But I'm talking about him personally, bro. I don't care if they got smoked.
Yeah, but he didn't play. All right. How well do you think he played?
Average, like he was doing in Orlando, but I mean.
So that moving the chain for you? That's moving the chain for you.
Hey man,
he went average on Orlando to average for Miami.
There's promise over there. Something's in the water in Miami that be having players play like they all-star caliber.
For real.
Who?
For real. Max Strus.
We gonna act like Gabe Vincent ain't been balling, and
see,
like now
Max Strus.
Hold up. Gabe Vincent's dope and all. But that's that Lakers shit, bro. That's literally what I was talking about before the show. You said Gabe Vincent first, bro. Gabe Vincent is not like that, bro. And that's the shit Lakers fans are saying. Oh, Gabe Vincent.
I knew he was going to bring it up.
He's proven Gabe Vincent. Like, what is he proving, bro? He had one playoff run, you know?
Exactly. And you could say the same for Max Strus. You could say the same for Caleb Martin. They had good games or good series. They didn't have good seasons that made him like an all-star caliber player. They did not do that. That was not what happened.
To give Miami credit, I do feel like they have something where they're like role players, like play like good role players. But I wouldn't go as far as like all-star. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they turn him into an all-star caliber player. That's a stretch.
Gabe Vincent in the postseason, the guy that's an all-star. The guy who had a crazy postseason, averaged 13 points.
The guy that turned into an all-star caliber player, Max Strus, averaged 11 points per game on 41, 35, 87 splits. And then he went into the postseason. And guess what he did there? Guess what he did there in the postseason? Guess what he did there?
He averaged
a whopping 9 points on 40%, 31, 80 splits. Is that your all-star caliber player? That's your all-star caliber player. You need to move on.
I did not say he was the all-star caliber player.
You did. You said
they turned him to all-stars.
Yes, you did. Anyway, we're gonna throw him a bone. Okay, we're gonna throw him a bone today. This is early in the morning. He probably just didn't have his coffee. That's what it is. But so the Orlando Magic lost Bobo. He went to Phoenix. They lost Michael Porter Williams. Boo-hoo. They lost Jay Scrub, which his last name it should tell you what he is. Anthony Black. They drafted in number 6. And I'm really interested in that one. I'll get into him in a second. They drafted Jet Howard. I'm not necessarily too familiar with his game, so if you guys know, like, please.
He just signed with Jordan.
He's that good, or he just signed with Jordan?
He just signed with Jordan.
Oh, okay, all right.
They signed.
They got Joe Ingles from my Bucks, which I wasn't necessarily happy to hear about. Because I thought Joe Ingles could be useful on the Bucks still, but nonetheless, he's on Orlando. And they signed Trevelyan Queen. That was my thought exactly. They also re-signed Admiral Schofield and Mo Wagner out of their restricted free agent contract. So
I'll be honest with you though, with Admiral Schofield, like I haven't heard much of him since like he was in Tennessee and the Wizards drafted him, and then after they drafted him, it was like
he disappeared.
Yeah, he disappeared. Like I didn't even like hear after that.
Yeah, he was a dude I remember in college, like kind of balling, and then like he got to the league, and it's like I was literally about to say like I haven't heard Admiral Schofield since like March Madness, and I couldn't even tell you what school he went to. So you say like within seats.
I really thought he went overseas.
Damn. How bad is this nigga Admiral Schofield? Shit. Yo, we got an extra guest. It's not really a guest. It's just our your typical thug, your friendly neighborhood thug, Zeno. Hey, what's going on, Zeno?
Jesus Christ, my throat hurts. Jesus,
pause. Wow. Okay.
Pause.
All right.
Yo,
jump out the gates.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was told a lie, and that's why I'm here now. But that's good. What's goody? How you getting?
Pause. That nigga said his throat hurt, guys.
That's the first thing.
Get you some soup. Yeah, that was the first thing he said. That was the
very first thing he said.
You guys lied to me.
Out of breath too.
We lied to you.
Yes, I was lied to.
To keep it fair to you, so far it looks like we've been lied to as well. So, probably might have been for nothing, but yeah.
All right, frauds. Anyways, how you doing, guys?
Just kicking it here, finna torture ourselves and talk about some Orlando basketball. So let's go ahead and get back into it, guys. All right. So, I'm not even gonna lie to you. So far, I think them letting Bobo go, like waving Bobo, I have an issue with that because I think Bobo, even in like the stretch in early in the season that he played, he showed his ability to be able to be sort of a wild card on the offensive end. And they didn't necessarily have to keep starting him, but him, having some meaningful minutes coming off the bench, developing further as a better scorer, a more well-rounded player, I think could have did the Magic wonders because it's not like the Magic have any time step that they gotta reach, being a quality team. And so I didn't necessarily like that move, but I did like them getting Anthony Black. I think Anthony Black can be the point guard that they've been needing, that they've been looking for all these years. They've been running across Cole Anthony's of the world, RJ Hampton's of the world. And not to say that Markelle Fultz isn't good enough, but I think in the grand scheme of things, I think Markelle Fultz will fall just short of like the point guard that you would look for to be like of the future. Whereas I think Anthony Black fits more of that mold. He's 6'6". He has some of the same qualities that Markelle Fultz has. as far as being like ultra athletic or athletic and being able to get to the rim when he wants to, needing to develop as a shooter, but also having like the ability to be able to play make while in the lane and stuff like that. I think Anthony Black mainly he basically fits the description of the point guard that they need for the future. And so I like that. I like that pickup more than anything. What do you guys think?
I think he's cool. I just feel like they have like an overload there. Like you draft a point guard after taking Jalen Suggs, after like I think they paid Markelle. They've kind of invested in him. So I feel like it's kind of a weird situation. They have Cole Anthony too. But he's obviously like he's so talented. He's definitely gonna be a difference maker on that team. But like depth chart wise, like it's kind of hard to start the season and play him over like Markelle, Suggs, Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, and then you got Anthony Black. So it's kind of weird.
To play him over Suggs, it's kind of easy. To play him over Cole Anthony, it's kind of easy. But to play him over Gary Harris, who's Gary Harris is also I personally think is kind of easy to do as well. But playing him over Markelle Fultz is the person I think is the issue. I do think they're going to give him a lot of time due to the fact that he is a rookie, so they're going to actually see what he can do in his first year. I think that's just clear in general. I do believe the weirdest part of taking Anthony back, it's not to do with necessarily that he's a rookie. It's the fact that literally pretty much outside of maybe Cole Anthony, and even then he's inefficient, all of these guards cannot space the floor. That's the issue here. No one is talking about this, and I'm so confused why. They can't space the floor. All their guards cannot shoot threes. Jalen Suggs is ass. Outside of Gary Harris.
I thought I said that.
Outside of Gary Harris is different because he's not actually like the on-ball playmaker guard. He's more off-ball. All three of them. Oh, fair enough then. But that's what I would say. Like that's the issue of them, and I think that's what they've been trying to look for. It was someone who can actually space the floor from the one. None of them can. It is weird.
Yeah, that's why I said I think Anthony Black fits the description of the point guard that they've been looking for because he's 6'6". He has the ability to do some of the same things that even Markelle Fultz does right now, as far as using his athleticism to be able to get around the rim and stuff like that. The only difference is he has an ability to be able to shoot mid-range 3-point shots, and he just needs to time for him to be able to get comfortable.
I didn't know that Anthony Black was a 3-point shooter. I was saying that he struggled from 3.
No, it's not that he's a 3-point shooter. It's that he has the potential. The rest of the guys don't have that potential. Like I think it's fair to say currently right now, Cole Anthony is not a good 3-point shooter. Or like if he is, it's like mid. It's fair to say that Suggs ain't no 3-point shooter, really a shooter at all, really a scorer at all, really a basketball player. I don't know.
Respect Jalen Suggs' defense, please. Jesus.
He's talking
football
offense
players
right
play
now.
good defense. You're not gonna look at them as basketball players. So,
That's wild. What?
I think he's in a weird spot because Jalen Suggs' kind of role in college was to be more of like a court like general, and like he can't really do that with Markelle there. You got to give Paolo the ball. But if he was on a team with like a bunch of dudes who could kind of just like shoot a little bit, like then it would be a lot better. But he is kind of mid.
You mean like on the Magic? The Magic, pretty much no one on the Magic can space the floor.
Exactly, he's in the worst like situation possible.
What? Hello?
Orlando can space the floor.
Outside of the point guard spot, yeah, absolutely.
Who other than Franz? Who?
Franz can't look. All right, Franz can space the floor. Wendell Carter Jr. can space the floor. Cole Anthony apparently can space the floor, and he's coming out. Yeah, he's
these guys like
he's a 36% 3-point shooter. Gary Harris can space the floor. He shot 43% last year.
Gary Harris, I agree with Gary Harris. These guys, I'm not taking none of them serious. Like I'm like, other than like Franz, I'm like let Wendell beat me from 3. Let Gary Harris beat me from 3. Like I'm talking about shooters.
And they have
Jay Scrub. Wait, Jay Scrub can space the floor?
Bro, why are you talking about Jay Scrub?
I know. I just wanted to see.
He's
Jonathan Isaac can space the floor.
Evelyn Clean can space the floor.
Jonathan Isaac can space the floor.
Jonathan Isaac can't even get on the floor, bro. Jonathan Isaac's always on the floor.
Nah, he just played in the preseason.
Bro, I'm sorry.
He played preseason. Let's see what regular season he gonna do.
Preseason All-Star, dude.
I'm so sick that you just brought up Jonathan Isaac as a spacer. I'm so sick.
The fact he said that was like
it's too early.
Grown ass man in the morning already trolling. Grown ass man, by the way.
Too early in the morning, man.
That's tragic.
You're
not putting me up there. You know why? Because it's time for me to do something. You troll.
No.
Does he know?
He doesn't know, sadly.
What? Daryl.
He doesn't know, sadly. Literal troll.
No.
You bring up Isaac out of all people.
Get it off me. You know who doesn't know?
Pause.
Bro,
What?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Pointed at.
He doesn't know that the Magic have shooters.
The Magic do not.
We just said they don't.
They do though.
They don't, bro.
No, the difference of what he's saying and what we're saying. We're saying they have players that actually can space the floor and actually provide floor spacing. He's saying shooters. Like when he's saying shooters, he's talking like Kevin Herter. Like an actual
no, I'm not. Don't put words in my mouth. Paul.
Then what are you saying, Justin? What are you saying?
It's all about he is. Sorry, I never even.
You're talking about.
Yeah,
you're talking about Anthony.
Oh,
His name is Anthony.
Anthony, right? Mm. Okay, good. Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. That's the difference between me and him. What we're saying. That's why I was like, okay, fair enough. That's just two different opinions.
Okay. All right. Just don't throw me in there. Okay. I had nothing to do. That's all. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. No, matter of fact.
Why am I catching the pro? What the hell? What's going on?
Good, bro. That's my get back.
He doesn't know.
I was talking to.
He doesn't know, guys.
Hold on.
You don't know.
I was talking to this guy. I was talking to this guy. I was talking to that guy. What catches straight? I hate you already. That's crazy.
Anyway.
22 minutes in, and there's already beef going on.
No, but Paulo can stretch the floor.
Yeah.
Paulo can stretch the floor. I believe Franz can stretch the floor. I think we already established that. I think Wendell Carter Jr. can stretch the floor.
I think Schofield can stretch the floor.
Who?
Is this the end of the Orlando Magic game? Just curious. Because if we're gonna say Schofield, now get me out of here, please.
That nigga said Shofu?
I don't know what the hell.
I don't know what Shofu is, but okay. Anyway,
I don't know what that.
Hold up. We might be overrating Paulo's three a little bit. That dude shot.
No.
30.
Okay.
I never said Paulo's floor spacer. That's
no. Honestly, I thought he was better than what.
I'm not. No.
Well, he hit a slump. I'm pretty sure he hit a slump between like in the middle of the season, which is why his 3-point shooting started to fall off a cliff. He just couldn't hit mid ranges or 3-point shots. But then I think like at the end of the year, he just started becoming better and stuff like that. Yeah.
He was a 30.
It's like you don't want him to be a shooter.
The last month he ended up going to 37% from the 3-point line. The month before that, he was a 3% 3-point shooter in February. 3% is crazy. January he was 32% from the 3-point line. December 33. November he was 25, and obviously October he was 29.
I feel like you want him to still have that ability to space the floor. It's just to make his offense less predictable. Because as long as you have more tools in your arsenal, there's nothing wrong with having more tools in your arsenal. If you get what I'm saying, yes, you do want him to more the dominant play, dominant paint presence. You know, good in P&R situations and stuff like that. But yeah, that's still something that would be great. And also, sorry for you guys, we have another guest here. What's good, Mars? Like that.
Yo,
what's going on? What's going on, man? How you doing?
We chilling. How y'all doing?
Man, I can't complain. Wouldn't do no good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, blame the person on my right to why I didn't send it to you earlier. Pause.
Blame. I can't. No, I'll take the blame.
You gotta
It'd be like that.
Daryl knows who I'm gonna blame, but it's not. I'll take the blame for that.
Nah, you just take the blame.
Yeah. Okay. All right, bitch. Bye. Anyway, no, man, you came just in time, and we're starting on the first team. It's Orlando Magic. And we're talking about their off season. Do you have any thoughts or anything about the Orlando?
This is what year 2 of the rebuild, because they just got the #1 pick with Paulo Banchero. But what I'm really liking on the Magic is my pick for most improved is Franz Wagner. I think he could average around like 23 a game. And Jet Howard is also someone who I really like. Anthony Black, I don't really know how I feel about him. He seemed like I don't really keep up too much with the draft, but I know about Jet Howard. He seemed like a nice scorer who's going to complement them well. And yeah, Magic, they're going to be on to the rebuild.
I would say that Anthony Black outside of in the draft is probably a top 3 passer, which is already good because that's what Orlando Magic needs as a team. They need playmaking. He has the body and build to be able to be a good defender, and the fact that he's 6'7" as a guard position can actually help the Orlando Magic on the defensive end and rebounding wise. So altogether, when you look at their team is actually quite. They have a quite tall. Their Wendell Carr is like 6'10", 6'11". Paolo Banchero is like 6'10". Jalen Earl's called what's the other guy's name? Jesus Christ, he's just lost. Franz is like 6'10" himself.
Franz is like 6'8".
He's not 6'8".
No, he's not 6'8". He's like 6'10".
I knew. I was like, I know.
Oh shit, he is 6'10". Oh wow.
I think Mo Wagner's like 6. Oh, never mind. He's 7 foot.
He's 7 foot. Mm-hmm. And then you have players like what's called Anthony Maxine 7, and Jonathan Isaacs is also. I think he's almost a 7 footer himself.
Yeah, so Jonathan Isaac is 6'11", 7 foot.
Yeah, so like almost everyone on that team, they have a lot of size on that team.
They just don't have the shooting.
If Anthony Black does take over the starting like point guard role, the smallest player that's gonna get who's gonna be in the starting 5 is probably Gary Harris, and he's 6'4". Like that is so much size on one court, and that they all are mobile. So it's not like they can be taken advantage of like that. Of course they can, but it's gonna be harder to take advantage of, like for example, Franz Wagner than like Bojan Marjanovic. Jesus Christ, can't speak it. Say his name, because like they actually have Bogdan. No. The tall guy that was on the Mavs.
He talking about like the 7'3" guy.
Oh, Boban.
Yes. Boban. There you go.
Marjanovic.
Exactly, because they're more fluid in their movement, so they actually can move in space and be better defensively. But yeah,
Anthony, I just want to say this: when we say like stretch the floor, we're talking like not just shooting threes. No, we're talking like not just 3-point shooting. We're talking about like being able to stretch the defense to like mid-range, high post area type stuff. Basically, just extending them away from the rim.
Okay, I got you.
In any way, not just like shooting 3-point shooting.
And especially when you're able to do that, and that teams are actually having to defend you. So yes, for example, right. Defenders are going to have to be worrying about Miles Turner's 3-point shooting because he does hit at a good enough clip that you have to be worried about. But of course, they're going to be more afraid of like, let's say, Halliburton's 3-point shooting because he takes more than Miles Turner, and he's just someone who's on ball more. So you have to be worried about him more than Miles Turner. They still are spacing the floor, but they space the floor at 2 different ways. Not 2 different ways, 2 different magnitudes. You get what I'm saying?
But see, the thing about that is like I would consider Miles Turner like a shooter. Like I don't think of like Wendell, other than like Franz and like maybe Gary Harris. Like I don't see when I think of like someone who could shoot, I'm thinking of a dude that could beat you off the 3. You don't want them shooting the ball. But like Joe Ingles, like yeah,
you think Miles Turner can sit down and beat you off of 3s?
Miles Turner had a fucking 40-point game, and I think they won.
Yeah, but that was one game.
But he beat a team. Like when has Wendell ever been like beat a team off shooting?
He spaces the court though. It ain't to the same extent, but it's enough to where
I don't think
it's
he
a
was
positive.
Wendell.
Like I think that's what they mean. It's just, is it a positive or not? Not is it. Not are you the best at it?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think he's a positive, but when like we talk about this team, I'm not like tripping about their shooters.
I'm not either.
Like
to be
every
honest,
team's gonna have a couple dudes that could shoot, but if we compare them to the other teams in the league, this team isn't a good 3-point shooting team.
Yeah, their team is mainly predicated off their defense because they got a lineup.
What 40-point game he had that they won?
He had 2 40-point games. I don't know if they won or not, but he had 2 40-point games.
I was about to say, no, you can't say that because the only 40-point game I see was against the Boston Celtics and they got smacked.
He had 40 against.
He had 40 and shot 86, 80, 85 splits. Tremendous 3-point shooting night. And they got
40 against Washington too.
They had against
everybody
Washington.
had 40-point games against Washington. Like
he had 4. This dude.
Okay, if you can
I didn't know Miles Turner.
Okay,
I'm gonna be honest. I did not know Miles Turner was like this, bro. He had 40, 40, 37, 34, 32. Like low-key, Miles Turner's a bucket.
What
bro said like 5 games of 40, and he's that guy. That's crazy. But okay, we're going on a side tangent. Are we finishing the Orlando Magics and moving on?
No, because I have one more. I have one more question. So I want to ask you. I want to ask the panel. What is the key storyline to the Orlando Magic that you're looking at? Obviously, I don't think any of us care about Orlando, but like just a random thought of what is your main curiosity with them?
Who's gonna be the best player on that team? They can make a play and push if things go right. I mean, because it's 10 teams that could, and I like a lineup they could go to like Fultz, Franz at the 2, which they did a lot last year.
Mm-hmm.
Arlo, Isaac on the court together with Wendell. That would be a crazy defensive lineup. And if Anthony Black do what he's supposed to do on defense, he could start there at point 6'7", gonna be the shortest player for that specific lineup, which could be crazy.
Yeah. Plus, they're all lengthy, have a lot of defensive. They can all switch as well. Jesus Christ, 6'7" being the shortest player on the team just sounds so insane.
Yeah.
In theory, absolutely.
Yeah, it's all theory.
But okay, Anthony, what's your biggest curiosity?
I think it's more on like how good Franz Wagner could be, because if Franz Wagner is what Mar said, like a most improved player, then this team could like legit make a play-in push. If he kind of does what he does, then it's kind of like, how could Paolo drag this team to the play-in with like Franz being like a complement piece? But if they could be a 1A, 1B thing this year and like really go out there and kill it, I don't see, like I had them as the 10th seed in my on my podcast. Like I think they're going to be a really like kind of surprising team.
I agree with you. I think they're going to be around the 10th seed too.
Well, hold that thought, because that's coming up next. Daryl, what's your storyline curiosity that you have with Orlando?
Honestly, one of my biggest things is, and we're not talking about it much, is like Isaac. Like we obviously know about his injuries. If he could stay healthy, we already know like Wagner has already shown that, you know, he has promise with that team. But if Jonathan Isaac, if he plays healthy for like this season, I mean, they could be a scary defensive team, but I don't see them making the play. And they may, if y'all said 10th seed, they possibly could hit like maybe around there or the 9th seed at most to me.
Okay.
Y'all got them over.
And then he just did another prediction after I said we're going to do that later. Fuck it. All right. Well, okay.
I mean,
We're just gonna cut straight to that because it seems like everybody's ready to get off this team. All right, predictions, expectations.
Hi, hello. My name is Zeno. I would like to have my own thing.
Zeno, you came late. Nobody cares.
Wow. My own teammates, man. That's crazy.
They're playing on your downfall, bro.
Exactly.
Whose side are you on? What?
Thank you, Anthony, man.
I just don't like how he pointed at me earlier.
I I wasn't even pointing at you.
pointed
It
at
was
you too.
It was
That's what I'm saying. I
actually
didn't like how you
casual.
pointed at me, so like low key, I'm intimidated.
Oh wow,
Mm.
being intimidated by me is crazy. By the way,
Anyway.
By B-ball Paul.
intimidated by a finger.
Mars, you'll start expectations and final predictions for Orlando Magic going into the season.
I got them finishing off. I'm looking right now as the 12th seed, so I'm kind of surprised y'all got them in the like playing. I got them right below the Bulls and the Raptors. I don't even.
Oh
like-
yeah, okay.
I feel like it's a lot of teams that's in the East that's just competitive, just all around in basketball. I love the playing. The playing is making less teams tank. I just love having the playing back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do. Can I just go next, please?
Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so firstly, just to get off a little bit of what I wanted to say. One of the storylines is who is going to be the point guard that's actually going to be playing majority of the minutes. I still think it's going to be Marco Fultz, but it could be Anthony Black just because they want to see what he can do throughout the whole season. The other storyline on this team is Jonathan Isaac, what he can do in this year because he hasn't been playing for 2 seasons. And he only played like 11 games last season. So I'm trying to see what he's actually going to do this season. That's the curiosity part of Jonathan Isaac. Because he's not going to be what he was in his second year. That just doesn't make sense. We're just going to see how far he is from that, what he showed us in second year. And then altogether, it's going to be who, like Daryl said, I think Mars said, and what Anthony said, who's going to be the best player on that team? Right now, it is Franz Wagner, but is Paolo going to be able to take that like title from Franz like anytime soon, or is it going to take longer than we expect to? That's the curiosity part. I have them at the 10th seed, as same with Anthony. I think that I would take them over the what's the name? The Raptors, because the Raptors offense is going to be so bad. I don't think you realize. Like they have zero spacing. They have no one on that team really spaces the floor. If you was paying, if I remember correctly, I think Scotty Barnes said that he wants to be the point guard. Yeah, that's gonna be very fun when he can't space the floor. There's no spacing on the floor, and everyone knows he wants to attack the rim. Yeah, I can't wait to watch that offense be like complete garbage.
It's,
and then on
it's
defense,
him or Dennis Schroeder at point guard.
Oh
You
my
might have to
god!
roll with Scotty.
And even if Dennis Schroeder is the shooter on your team, you're cooked. And on defense, it's not like they're going to be able to make it up as much as like what the Orlando Magic ceiling could be as a defensive team. So that's why I would have them over that. The Bulls is the one that I'm less upset about because at the end of the day, the Bulls have the offensive firepower, and the defense isn't as bad as people think they are. So it can be the Bulls being the 10th seed. I'm more flip-floppy about Orlando Magic's and the Bulls being the 10th seed, but I genuinely think that the Orlando Magic has the ability to be above them because pretty much a lot of the people on that team can just progress better more. Like the Bulls are what they are. The Orlando Magic, they actually have a higher ceiling due to the fact that everyone on that team can actually break out or just get better, which could help the team get into the 10th seed or even maybe the 9 or 8 seed. So that's
I agree with Zeno. I think when it comes to like Toronto and Chicago, I wouldn't be mad at someone for having them over the Magic. I just think they're all kind of in the same like tier. They're all gonna be battling for that 9 through 11 seeding spots. So I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year if they're like one game apart. But as far as the defense, I do think the Raptors might have a higher defensive ceiling. If you just look at like Scotty, OG, Siakam, like those are dudes that are like.
Oh, I forgot to say that. I thought Siakam's getting traded. That's the other part.
That's another thing I was gonna say. Like I feel like there's questions there. Like you kind of don't know how their team's gonna look by the end of the year. So that could be a thing that tanks them or makes another team better. But I got Orlando 10. I think out of those 3 teams, like Paolo's gonna finish the season as the best player on any of those 3 teams.
Because at a certain point, I think that Siakam has some shame and he knows, yo, this team ain't going anywhere. I need to leave. That's why I also think that they're gonna go. Because Siakam is wasting away on this bench. He's been wasting away for the past 3-4 seasons, to be honest with you. So
I don't know
But
if
it's
he
because
get
he has no
traded, man.
value.
He's a top 25 player. Siakam, he's
yes,
a top 25 player.
I
And
don't
I
like the Siakam hype, bro. I just don't see it.
he's a great defensive piece. He's
Defensive, I
this
think
is-
he's one of the most underrated players in the league. But I think his offense just doesn't lead to wins.
I feel like that's more due to the fact that he's been placed in the wrong position. I think that Siakam is on the offensive end is a 2 or maybe a 3, depending on what your second piece is. I think that he's a 2 because he's really strong.
Hold that thought. We got one last guess. We started this. we started this with this guy, and we're gonna end it. Goddamn it! All right, so welcome my brother Rod.
Big Rod.
Back to the show, man.
Yo, what's
Back
going
to the
on,
show.
fellas? What's going on?
Yo.
Big Rod.
What did you do?
Big Rod is crazy.
This is the fact, though.
Nah, so we just finished wrapping up Orlando. You have any thoughts about what they've done this offseason and your predictions for where they will be by the end of the season?
Not really. I mean, I saw Paolo, which is the only bright spot. I mean, if the Wagner brothers actually take a step forward, that could help them out, but I still think they need a couple more pieces. Wendell Carter Jr. is basically their only big man. It just doesn't bode well. They need some more help, and their defense is going to suffer. So
I think the defense is going to be fine today.
I think the defense is going to be fine too.
Yeah.
They had one of the best defenses last year as a young team. That's very impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it ultimately depends, and that leads me to like what I felt like my storyline was. That leads me to my question on how the rookies will fit in, because I think not just Anthony Black, because I hear you guys talking about it, but also how would Jet Howard fit in, because he's 6'6", he's sort of like a guard forward tweener, right? And when it comes to the Magic, if I'm correct, I think they have a slew of guards, and then at the forward spot, it's not like he's going to be taking minutes from friends, right? So
Jet Howard listed at 6'8", by the way.
Say it again.
He listed at 6'8".
He listed at 6'8". I looked and it said he was 6'6".
On ESPN, he's listed at 6'8".
They might. I mean, somebody capping one or the other. Anyway,
ESPN be capping.
Let's just say he's 6'7". He's 6'7".
Okay, so we'll find a middle ground.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair. But I mean, they got rid of Terrence Ross, right? Like sent the Phoenix, and he's out the way. So they have an opening spot at that forward spot where Jet Howard can get in there. But how exactly will he fit in? Because they have to find time to allow him to develop. They have to find time for Anthony Black to develop. Like, they don't know what these players could turn into, yet they also have players that's in front of them that, they sort of, have a right to some of the minutes. Like, Marco Fultz earned his minutes last season. So did Paolo. So did Franz. So did Wendell. So, like, it's going to be real interesting to see that. Me personally, I'm looking at these standings, and I don't care what anybody says. I think that the Orlando Magic are more talented all around as a unit than Chicago. I don't care. I don't care that Chicago has DeMar DeRozan. I don't care that they have Zach LaVine. Those players are more like name value. They, not to say that they're not impactful, but they're not impactful enough to drive them over, a more talented team in the Orlando Magic. I think that they're better than Toronto currently, because Toronto doesn't really have an identity at all, in like the sense of they don't have, like, Scotty Barnes last season took a step back, right? If not just being stagnant. I think Pascal's not going to be here for the entire season. They lost Fred VanVleet, so they don't have a true like point guard. They have Dennis Schroeder, but you know what we're doing.
Hey, don't sleep on Schroeder, dog. Don't do it.
I will continue to sleep on Shooter, nigga.
All right.
Did you not? Don't do it. I'm telling you. I slept. Pause. I slept on him
What?
and.
This boy glitching?
What?
Good Lord.
Yo, Rodney, you come in and his bolt is just missing from his head. You might need to screw him back in. His hardware.
Whoa, what the fuck does that mean?
Who was that? What, Dale? Why do you have
his hardware ain't working, bro? I don't know what.
Rodney,
gotta
I know what you about to
screw a
say.
bolt in. Like, what
Rodney,
do you-
I know what you about to say. Why
I
am I
thought you
wearing
gave up on the
Giants?
season. How do you give up on the season and still have all that on? That don't even make sense.
Oh wow.
Rodney,
Hey, my
look,
giant brother,
man.
my NY.
Yeah, let me show you what he talking. Let me show you what he talking about. It's the fit, damn it.
Yes.
It's the fit. It's
I'm
the fit.
supporting
man.
the Giants. Like
the
I
fit,
support
man.
my team. We are
For what?
1-5. I understand.
1-5. Oh,
Just
pack it
walk
up.
away.
Pack it up.
Just walk away.
It's not this season,
Walk
man. You got
away.
next season. Don't worry, buddy.
You want number
That was
one
a
pick?
fact for
Shut
us
up.
to say, not you. That was a fact for us to say, not you.
Look, I understand. I understand how the record looks, but I'm still going to stand by my team.
Like
Hey,
a true sports stand, and you know, gotta
I
love.
get it. Well, 1-5, but I still love him. We're
You
still
know,
gonna
you know
win.
what's funny? You know what's funny, Rod? You know what's funny, Rod? Mars. That's gonna be Zeno when the Philadelphia.
All right. Let's
Bruh.
see.
Let's go ahead and go into that. Let's go ahead and go into that, man. I'm sorry, bro, but I don't know what y'all gonna do if Harden is not on this team.
I don't. I
Trade
Look,
Harden
James
for a
Reed.
first round pick, and
James
Embiid
Harden
is
is going
gone.
to gain weight
Embiid
so
is
he can
gone.
leave.
Trade Harden for a pick package that is just one first round pick, and Embiid is out of there.
Bro, I'm telling you, give him a Snickers, give him a Snicker and a Fanta, and get that nigga Embiid out of there, bro.
I'm getting Kyrie, KD, deja vu win.
Wait,
Kyrie had like.
I'm getting James Harden and Houston Rockets after Russell Westbrook left to go to Washington. I'm getting those vibes.
Okay. Next,
Even if it sticks
Nah,
together,
bruh,
I'm getting sticker
nah.
around exit
No, we
vibes.
sticking on this, Zeno. You want to
Maybe that's
attack
the
me.
scenario.
I'm getting Kawhi Leonard before he left the Spurs with the groin injury.
The fact that everyone has turned on me is crazy.
No.
Hey, bro.
The only
You
way
should
to
have known
keep
it was
James Harden
coming.
in Philly.
I'm
only
getting that
way to keep
LaMarcus
James-
Aldridge leaving the Blazers to go to the Spurs.
Wow.
Only way to keep
I don't
James
know
Harden
about
in
that
Philly is if they trade for Lil Baby.
Trade for Lil Baby is okay. So the next team is
Lil Uzi meat meal for baby. I think they declined that actually.
I think they declined that.
the next team is Indiana Pacers.
This is giving Kai Jones.
How can you chill, please? We have something to do.
My bad. I apologize. I brought in all the fucking toxicity. That's why.
Yeah, you see what you do. You come onto the platform,
God.
and the toxicity.
Hey,
level
W y'all,
rise up
W
for
y'all.
like
That was
2%.
fantastic.
2%. Like, come on
My
now.
bad.
200% more like.
Give up on the process.
He
The process has
doesn't
been
know.
going
Give
on
up
for
on the
10
He
years.
doesn't know. Anyway,
My
all right. So,
call
guys,
is-
we're moving on to the end. Oh, okay, all right, buddy. We're moving on to the Indiana Pacers. Okay, nigga. So we're just gonna big screen everybody. Fuck it. Fuck it. All right. So the Indiana Pacers here. I'll share the screen real quick so that everybody can see exactly what we're working with.
It's funny because he doesn't know how to use use stuff on this. It's gonna be fun to watch try and learn.
I did it, nigga. I did it. I did a lot of practice this morning. All right. So,
Hold on. Before we get to the Indiana Pacers, we brought it up earlier. Ronnie Zeno, tell me why this dude decided to get the freaking Prince Purple Rain album cover look on the background of our thing.
Hey,
why?
Zeno said it was okay.
I think it looked nice.
Yeah.
See how Daryl's just hating for no reason?
That was a little
Jesus
bit extra
Christ.
hate. That was out of the bounds.
Yeah, like
Thank
bro,
you.
49 minutes in the
That's
show and
confusing.
you want to hate.
You could have
Like,
brought that up earlier.
Oh,
You waited for me to get on
Daryl,
and go
man.
toxic. That's what's up. I appreciate you.
like, come on, bro.
I appreciate you. It's great.
Grow up, Daryl.
Yeah, nah. I see.
Why am I on the
see
big
what
screen?
you
Go
see.
get back to we talking about the
Grow
Pacers.
up.
Let's go. Let's get back to talking about the Pacers. What we doing right now?
Hey, talk about the Pacers.
Yeah,
the Pacers look interesting. I ain't gonna say nothing about them really. They're young. They're a young team. I think like the oldest person is probably their big man, right?
Miles Turner. He's the longest tenured player there.
Yeah, he's the longest Pacer there. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think the team revolves around him though. But he does need to be a little more. I would say aggressive on the defensive end to give them some extra help. But they got a lot of shooters, a lot of players over there. Their rookie last year, they're looking like a good team. I think they may make playoffs or at least a play-in. I'll give them play-in.
Yeah,
I don't see that. I don't see that at all. But okay, so they lost O'Shea Brissett. They lost Chris Duarte. How do you guys feel about that, by the way?
Well, Chris Duarte is not really was only really good, not even really good. Chris Duarte kind of maxed out what he could really be in the league when he stepped into the league. To be honest with you,
he had that one season, and I never seen him again.
It was just mainly
I never heard about him again.
The fact is, Chris Duarte was an older rookie. Like he came into the league really old. So when you saw what he did in his first year, that was essentially what he was going to do for the rest of the time in the league. Yeah, he's 25 coming into the league. Next year is going to be 26. And 26 is around the year where people start realizing, okay, this is your game. Like this is what you are. Yeah, exactly. So he already kind of maxed out as a player when he came to that team already. And then he got traded to Sacramento Kings, which I think is better because they're more younger and higher ceiling players on the team. You have what's the Benedict Mathurin is a really good second piece to Tyrese Haliburton, because Tyrese Haliburton, I think that what Tyrese Haliburton brings to the team is that he's one of the best playmakers in the league. I think he's one of the best passers in the league as well. So he's able to create good quality shots for players on this team. I think Bruce Brown being a pickup onto this team, although I feel like they kind of overpaid him, is very valuable to this team as well. Gives them a good defensive piece. He's a decent playmaker. He actually can somewhat space the floor as well. So he's actually really good for this team. He's not going to be a great spacer off the floor because he only shot 3 threes last season. It was like 35.8%. So it's not a huge floor spacing value.
We talking about who we talking about?
Bruce Brown, the slasher.
Yes, he does slash more than that. So I think that's going to be a thing. Another player that I think we should pay attention to is Obi Toppin. That's like I want to see what he brings to this team. And then I'm still curious about what's going to happen with Buddy Hield, because Buddy Hield doesn't really fit here. Like he does fit here because he spaces the floor at an elite level. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying like his age compared to the rest of the team doesn't really make sense. And I'm thinking that he's probably going to try and get out of Indiana and go to some other place that actually needs his services.
Hold on. They need his services.
I mean,
they don't have a 3-point shooter like that on their team.
Of course not.
He's gone.
Tyrese Haliburton would like to enter the chat.
But yeah.
God, that boy in an awkward ass shot.
Hill fits perfect for Tyrese though. Tyrese got like at least 6 of his assists a game off of just Buddy Hield.
Just hit buckets.
Like,
come on,
like Buddy Hield is a real nice shooter.
But I'm thinking more about like his own. I know that he fits their team, but I'm saying one, he doesn't fit their timeline.
Yeah,
and then two, like I think that he would be more valuable on a championship team because of how much floor spacing he requires. Not requires, but he gives to a team. Like Buddy Hield is one of the few shooters in the league that you cannot give space to.
Yeah.
So,
he's 30 years old and never been in the playoffs.
But I think
because
I don't think it has to do. I don't think it has to do with his age, though. That's my thing. I don't think it has to do with his age because I mean, even though he's 30, I mean, TJ McCollum's still on the team and he's 31. Like,
don't talk about that terrorist. Do not talk about that terrorist.
I'm saying that to say it's not like they're trying to go fully young anyway. I think if anything, they want to move Buddy Hield because they can be able to get younger assets.
Yes.
They be able to get
Yeah,
assets.
that's what I mean. You're kind of explaining why I said that. Like to get.
Well, you said
didn't say
you
that,
brought up
though.
his age, and I was like,
It's age and value at age 30.
Yeah, I think
it's
it's all value and very to little.
And they want to get Benedict Mathurin the starting spot. Him and Benedict Mathurin on the court together isn't something you should do because they both 6'4" guards.
And they're both bad. Well,
I thought Benedict was 6'6".
Benedict, like one of my favorite players. I'm not even gonna look that up. He's 6'4". If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
No, that would be crazy. I'm wrong.
Benedict is 6'6".
He's 6'6".
Yes, he's 6'6".
I remember he
always
always had that tall guard vibe, but he's dope. I think they're gonna be like one of the best with coaching. I think they're gonna be one of the best offenses in the league. Like I feel like all their players kind of make sense together.
Mm-hmm.
Check
out the pod.
P, I promise you, I'm sending that link to the guys after the show, bro. Zeno, they don't know, bro. They don't know. I don't know. I read is Giannis better than Will, and I'm scared.
Wait, what?
So I went to like I was saying, Anthony, before the show, I do promo runs, right? So I did a promo run for my guy PSP show. And he had this guest on, and bro had the nerve to say two things. Tatum is better than Luka.
I think that's arguable, but I take Luka more.
I think that's arguable too.
I don't think it's that arguable when you start bringing into the fact that Luka plays no defense, but Tatum is the better offensive player.
See, that might be wrong.
That's what he said.
He said he was the better scorer.
Can we move on? What was the second part?
Okay.
It's the reason why we call that man Luka Magic. I'm just saying.
So that's one nasty thing. And then he said that he has Giannis over Will.
I actually don't think that's as horrible as the first thing.
Bro, I'm so anti-Wilt and all those old players. Like, I don't know, bro.
I don't think it's as bad as the first one. Because
when you start bringing up the fact that Wilt has bad playoff translation, like Giannis's playoff translation isn't like nasty too.
That translation isn't bad.
No,
he has some series.
It gets nasty. It gets nasty.
He has like the Toronto series.
The Miami, all of the Miami series.
Yeah, but Bam Adebayo is like his kryptonite. Bam is the best
so if
defender
you bring
in the
up
world,
the fact that Wilt Chamberlain drops in the NBA Finals when you know the majority of the time he's going up against Bill Russell, who's his kryptonite, then it's fair to say the same for Giannis with Bam.
To be fair, Bill Russell is like infinitely better as a defensive player than Bam.
That was my point too.
I ain't gonna argue that. But when I watched,
he's not. He doesn't have the longevity.
Let Mark get his take off there.
He doesn't have the longevity for you to say that.
That's the thing. I think longevity and like
longevity.
Look at career and accolades all in all. Like you got to take Wilt, but like, I don't know, bro. Like I'm not like, oh my God, like I have to go put on some Wilt highlights. Like
I'm not
the Bulls dude.
Oh, I've never heard of him. I don't have much of an issue with that part, rather than the reasoning for Luka and Tatum. That part, that what he said there makes no sense to me. I don't know how you can sit there and come to the conclusion that Tatum is a better offensive player than Luka. That does not make sense to me.
No. I said better score.
Oh, score.
Not 50, either way.
Even
not 50-50 Tatum. Not 50-50 Tatum.
Look, you know me. You know I ain't let him ride. You know I ain't let him ride with that.
Listen.
How many times? Justin, how many times did I literally told you in the playoffs he had a great game, next game gonna be bad? How many times did I say that when they went to championship?
Shit, I was right there saying I know.
Sports
I gave up on this nigga a while ago.
He says, seeing Casual's face speaks for itself. We also did start bench cut between Dirk, KD, and Giannis, and Cade Cunningham, LaMelo Ball, and Tyrese Halliburton.
Y'all cutting the fuck out of Cade, right?
So at first I was debating on it, and then I was like, nah, you sort of have to. He hasn't shown what we think he can do. But I let him know in the future is going to be LaMelo, Cade, Tyrese.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Once he has a full season,
but currently
we
right
can
now,
really
it's
see.
Melo, Tyrese, and Cade.
What has Cade shown you besides being the number 1 overall pick to where you trust him?
That's what I'm saying. We haven't seen it
We
yet.
haven't seen nothing yet.
That's why, because he's been hurt every season.
No. So it's not that we haven't seen it like statistically, like we've seen it. I haven't seen it statistically, but watching him play, you can see the potential is there of him being a more versatile scorer than either of the three. As far as like being able to score from the mid-range efficiently, being able to finish around the rim efficiently, and being a quality 3-point shooter. He's shown the ability to be able to dribble in traffic and make plays consistently. He's shown the ability to be able to drive and kick consistently. He's shown the ability to be able to defend at a competent level when he chooses to. All that is left is just him to do repetition, for him to have repetition on the court, for him to actually get a feel out for his game so he can actually maximize his potential. But that's why I said in the future, he's going to be like either the bench or the start, one or the other, but he's not going to get cut. Tyrese getting cut.
You also want to remember that in his rookie season, he had zero, like his floor spacing was not there. He didn't really have much floor spacing outside of maybe Jerry Grant. Yeah, that's the only one I was going to say. That's the only person. And Jeremy Grant was the only, and Jeremy Grant left, I think, halfway through the season because he got traded to the Portland. No, so
no. It wasn't. That wasn't this. That wasn't last season. I mean, that wasn't his rookie season. That was last season.
Almost certain he got traded. Bro, I don't know why I'm having to.
Cade had no help.
I mean, regardless, he didn't have. Even if Jeremy Grant was there, one floor spacer isn't enough to be able to,
Hey, respect Carson Edwards.
Okay, so the next team that we're talking about is Indiana Pacers. So let's carry on, man. Let's talk about it.
I think everybody pretty much tackled everything when it came to Indiana. I like that you brought up Obi Toppin because one of the main things that Indiana is like it's starting to become a standard for them is their fast pace. Their fast-paced play. They look to get the rebound and get on the go. And how Obi Toppin benefits them is one of the main things that I think that he wanted to do in New York, but they weren't really allowing him to do on a consistent basis, was to be able to run the break and be able to finish, and maximize himself in that sense. So now him playing for Indiana, who that's all they want him to do, is you're going to see the best version of him. I also think this opens the door. I don't think Buddy needs to be traded because I think Benedict has already shown he's going to progress whether Buddy Hield is here or not. I think the only question is, will he get the requisite minutes for him to, be able to like maximize his potential in the starting lineup more consistently? But I don't think Buddy Hield is stopping this train. I think Benedict he's coming for that spot.
Yeah, Benedict, he reminds me of a younger Bradley Beal. I like Benedict.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And
that's a good one.
He, I don't know why Rick Carlisle didn't really like him and Reese on the court together that much last year, but they're going to have to start them together now. What do y'all think a Buddy Hield trade package could be? And what team could he go to?
That's the thing. I feel like you can't get value back for Buddy Hield, and that might be why they haven't pulled the trigger yet, because it's like what – you want to trade him to contender and you want to get younger. And it's like, what team really offers that?
I'm not even going to lie to you.
Tyrese Maxey is off the table before you say that.
No, we said trade him to a contender, though. We said trade him to a contender.
How did you know, nigga? How did you know?
I tried. I know you. I know your style.
I was about to say, I think
the pause
because
as soon as you said, I'm not going to lie, we knew you was going straight to Philly.
I was about to say, I think Philly could use a shooter like Buddy, but they would have to give up
Tyrese Maxey, and I said, hell nah.
Yes, yeah.
Even Paul Reed is off the table. Fuck out of here. We give you Mo Bamba.
Yeah, you can keep that nigga. That fraud.
That's a fraud.
No, okay. Oddly enough, you know what Buddy Hield would actually benefit greatly. Like a team that would benefit Buddy Hield services. The team we just finished talking about, The team we just finished talking about.
I was literally just gonna say that. I was gonna say, why did they trade his ass to Orlando?
Yeah, I think Orlando has the requisite assets that could be able to send over to Indiana. And Buddy Hield could shore up that shooting guard spot, albeit 30 years old. He's still a great shooter, and they have the front line to be able to protect the rim while allowing the progression of like Anthony Black or Markel Fultz, whichever one they're going to go with. And it could at least give them some assurance on one backcourt position, since they can't get the point guard position like shored up.
I do want to say that also he brings leadership and veteranship on that team. Although they do have Joe Ingles, Wendell Carr has been in the league for like 7-8 years, so they do have a lot of presence in the court. But there's never such thing as bad too much leadership. So that's a good thing that they bring to. So
yeah, I think the Magic is probably the team that could use Buddy Hield services.
I like him in Brooklyn too. I think Brooklyn would be dope.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, I thought Brooklyn
originally. Y'all think so? I don't know how I feel about that.
I just think they could hide him, like with Mikal, Cam Johnson, Claxton, Simmons. Like they have defenders on the team, so it's not really like, oh, like we can't play Buddy out here with these dudes. Like all of them could kind of have.
The issue with Brooklyn, though, is that they probably wouldn't take him due to the fact that it's not shooting that they need necessarily. Yes, they do need that, but they need shot creation. Buddy Hield doesn't alleviate that. That's what they need.
And shot creation. They just need ball handlers.
I feel like Ben Simmons is gonna fill that role of the playmaker.
Leave Ben Simmons alone, man. Give him low expectations and let him just make you happy. Don't give him no expectations.
I thought. I could be wrong, but I think Mikal Bridges is the shot creator for them.
Yes,
yeah, but they still need more competent shot creation. I don't think Mikal Bridges. For me, I think he's going to reach to that stage. That's why I think they're going to be an 8 seed. But I don't necessarily think for other people that's enough shot creation, which is why they're going to.
Fuck the other people. We know ball. Like Mikal Bridges is as a shot creator. That's a pretty damn good standard to set at the very least just to get into the play-in, or the playoff.
Cam Johnson too. Put respect on Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson
is not a
shot creator. He's a player.
I think he means Cam Thomas, by the way.
Cam Thomas. Yeah.
Cam Thomas. Okay.
With the bucket. We seen him.
Yeah, that's all he is. That's all he is. That's all he is.
Show Cam Thomas defense. Show Cam Thomas playmaking.
Show Cam Thomas's playmaking.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, I think I like the Magic one more than Brooklyn, just because I think it would be. I don't know where Buddy Hield's like position would be on the roster for like even for any more than like 20 minutes on the court. Like I think Buddy Hield would want to have like 25 to 30 minutes on the court. And I think he would get that in an Orlando jersey. Whereas in Brooklyn, he wouldn't get more minutes than Mikal Bridges, right? And I think the jury's out on if he would get more minutes than Cam Thomas because both of them are bad defenders. And so if you're not going to give Cam Thomas minutes because he plays bad defense, why the hell would you give Buddy Hield any more? So I don't know. Okay, final predictions for them so we can move on to the next team. We're gonna start with Rod, man. We're gonna start with Rod. Rod. Give me your prediction for the Indiana Pacers.
I got him at Indiana. I'm gonna give him 9. I'm gonna give him 9th place. I think they still have a shot to make play-in. They are a really talented team, and they're young and they run. If they start well, and in the middle of the season they're still looking well, I think they're still in.
Nice.
I have Chicago coming out. I just want to point that out. Chicago ain't making it.
I think
let's go.
Not even an injury away. I just don't believe in them. My belief in them is gone.
I think we all agree.
Sure.
I'm the highest one on that because I had them over the Magic.
But yeah,
I think the Magic gonna be better than them, so they slide now. Yeah.
I have the Pacers. I have the Pacers coming in the 9th seed, so I agree with Rodney with this point.
Okay. Let's go, Anthony.
I think I could see them falling in that like 8 to 9, 7 range. I would probably put them at. I think I put them at 8. I could see them being one of those teams that like randomly starts off like 8-2, and then you're like, oh shit, like they're gonna be contender this year, and then they kind of like fizzle out. But they're a good team. I think their offense is gonna be hard to fuck with. Yeah, I think I'll go with 8.
Mars, you what's your prediction?
I got them finishing as the 7 to 6 range, depending on if Philadelphia stays intact. If Embiid doesn't get his ass out of there, that's it. If Embiid stays though, they'll be the 7th seed. I'm not even trolling. I'm looking at my standings.
No. Embiid's still gonna be there for this season.
We talking about Harden getting out at this point.
Harden is the issue.
There is no way he actually thinks the Sixers are actually going to drop this far.
No, I agree with him. I agree with him.
Bro,
I think
I've always had
are
the
gonna
Sixers at number 8 anyway. You can kiss my ass.
I think the Sixers are going to be either like a 3 seed or like an 8 seed. Like no in between. Like they're going to.
Embiid is not getting traded.
I agree with
Embiid could be traded depending on if
he is not getting traded.
If he throws a hissy fit, he gonna get traded. He gonna get traded.
New
The
York.
process will be over sooner than we believe.
Give me one reason Embiid should stay if they don't get a better player than Tobias Harris in a James Harden
I
trade.
agree. I'm saying he's not getting traded. When I said he's not getting traded, I mean during the season. He's gonna get traded in the playoffs. By the way, Rodney, is it fine if you mute your mic because we can hear your background?
Oh, my bad.
I'm not saying he's getting traded by the 76ers. I'm saying he's demanding a trade from the 76ers. Once
again, I think that they're not going to trade him until the end of the season. That's what I'm saying.
Why?
I don't think there's going to be any situation where he gets traded during the season because I don't think that the Sixers. We don't have any real picks that can actually allow us to get like someone in the draft in the lottery if we just trade him already. I don't think there's going to be I don't think there's going to be great enough assets in the league right now to warrant them to just trade her already. And you know how Daryl Morey is. For Embiid right now, yeah.
Embiid,
and the other thing,
I think New York could throw an ass.
That's the team.
Yeah,
and New York could throw assets that you guys that'll make you hard for this thing, though. They could give you a Godfather type offer.
That's the team.
Like giving you RJ Barrett along with, let's say, Quentin Grimes, along with a slew of picks to get Joel Embiid on that roster to play with Jalen Brunson or Julius.
Do you also think that Daryl Morey will actively take that deal not wait into the post off season to see if he can get a better deal from other places? Because we all know how Daryl Morey operates.
I mean that's a possibility. That's a possibility, I guess. Yeah, that's exactly. He's doing it with Harden. He's doing it with Harden right now.
But who's got a better offer than that? Like no one really is like.
Hey man,
because you know they coming from Miami.
Wait. You're the one who told you. Remember, we said the same thing about James Harden when Ben Simmons was sat out. Remember when he was like, "Why haven't he traded Ben Simmons already?" There was better. It was called. There was another. I can't remember what was the deal. There was something to do with I think it was the Miles Turner package or something like that, where they had that Buddy Hield and something else. I think that was the one that they were saying, "Oh yeah, that's what they're going to trade for Ben Simmons. It's not going to be too much," and Embiid is now here by himself, and then they turned it into James Harden. You don't know what the package is out there yet.
No. Okay. That's some type of like superstar getting frustrated and wanting out is completely different than what we're talking about. And even if that's the case, you're talking about trading Joel Embiid with another superstar so that superstar can be frustrated with a team that doesn't have the requisite pieces to be able to contend. That trade isn't feasible either.
And it's
you're missing the point. I ain't talking about the specific trade. I'm talking about
he's saying like if someone gets
Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey.
I don't think Daryl Morey would swap I don't think Daryl Morey would swap a frustrated superstar to bring another frustrated superstar over to the 76ers so that frustrated superstar can be even more frustrated because the superstar that he would like to play with got swapped out for him in the first.
You have missed out. You have missed The point is, I'm saying that he might wait into the offseason to see if there's a better deal than that.
Oh,
that's
no,
what
I
I'm
already
saying.
said. I said that that's feasible, but
Yes.
like the James Harden situation was like that wasn't what you're like. That's not a good example because Ben Simmons was frustrated playing with playing with Joel Embiid. James Harden was frustrated playing with KD, so they swapped them, and they still ended up in ideal situations in theory. This wouldn't be that situation.
Fair enough, but we finish
Daryl,
off.
it's on you. Predictions and expectations for Indiana.
Expectations for Indiana. I see them being the 7th, 8th spot, so I see them making the play-in. I actually do think they got the pieces to be a play-in team. To me, they're a lot better than Chicago. So that's my expectations. They are, in my opinion. In my opinion, I feel like they're a better team.
A lot? All right, go ahead. Oh, you like that?
Okay.
Without Lonzo, Chicago's not really like that.
Okay, they may not be like that, but Indiana ain't setting the bar too high for them to still reach. Like we need to pump the brakes on Indiana, and this is why y'all are saying 7th, 8th, 9th
Alex
spot.
Caruso exists, but okay.
You say it again?
No, they said Kobe White's going to be their starting point guard.
Oh, yep. That team is cooked. Okay, can we move on to the next game? Because if the Bulls are having,
hold on. Time out. What about Ayu Dosunmu?
They came out and said Kobe White's like leading the point guard race in Chicago.
Yeah, that team's good. But even still, even still, we already stated that Orlando is going to be ahead of Chicago, right? So if Orlando gets into like the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th spot, right? That means you still have Miami, Atlanta, and Toronto to account for. Indiana is, unlike Orlando, Indiana is tighter with Toronto than like you would think. Indiana is not better than Atlanta, and they're not better than Miami. So the only 2 spots that they have is to compete with Orlando or Toronto. If you want to say that they can beat out Toronto for the play-in spot, fair enough. But that's still like the 10th spot, 10th or 9th spot. So yeah, no, I think
only
staying there like a 7th or 8th, like they'll contend for like a 7th or 8th spot, I think is a little stretch, especially considering, I mean, they didn't really make too many moves this offseason, and they won 35 games last season. So like, how big of a jump do you expect them to make?
Look, they're better than Detroit by far, right?
Okay.
They're better than Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You said they're better than Orlando.
They're not better than Orlando.
They're not.
You don't think they're better than Orlando?
No.
Okay, then they're in that range. They're better than Washington.
Yes.
I think they're better than Toronto.
Yes.
But
I think it's closer.
The Bulls.
Who is they?
Say it again.
The Bulls.
Who is they?
Indiana.
Bulls. Oh, it's Indiana. Never mind. I thought it was
Indiana.
Yeah, he was saying Indiana. He was saying Indiana is better than these teams.
So that's already between Detroit, Charlotte, Washington, Toronto, Chicago. That's 5 teams already. So
okay. I don't think. I think that the gap between Indiana and Toronto is tighter than like what y'all are making it seem.
He's essentially saying those 4 teams: Toronto, Indiana, Orlando, and the Bulls. They're all 4 of those teams that can barely make the play-in. Essentially, he doesn't think that there's
barely.
I think where does Brooklyn fall in this?
Because you gotta understand. All right,
I have Brooklyn at 8. I think that
I have Brooklyn in that range.
Wait, so who getting the 6th spot then? Zeno?
The 6th spot?
Yeah, because
I have the Hawks at 6.
Hawks are good this year.
You think the Hawks are going to be
6? Then it's going to be Miami 7.
Yup, year 2 Hawks, putting it in, get it in,
and then have the Nets at the 8th seed. So
I'm not mad at the Hawks getting the 6th seed.
Y'all missing? Y'all are missing. Oh, it's the Pacers. Okay, never mind. I was trying to see.
Yeah. So essentially. So all right. So if you have Atlanta at the 6th spot, which I think the gap between Brooklyn, Miami, and Atlanta is like pretty nip and tuck. So I think either one of those could vie for the 6th spot, and then the other person would get the 7th and 8th spot. Like the other teams would get like the 7th or 8th spots. So I think it's really only the 9th and 10th spot that we're talking about.
Wait,
and
so who the 5 that y'all putting over? Who the 5 that y'all putting over them?
Huh?
What 5 are y'all putting over them?
Milwaukee, Boston, Philadelphia, Cleveland, and New York.
Okay, you can take Philly out that shit.
All right,
buddy.
Do we have to prove it to him again?
No.
Y'all didn't do it last time.
We didn't play them
in the regular season.
It's crazy because it's stuff like this that makes me not understand people. As much as you want to dunk on our team, every time Embiid has been on that court, we've won nearly 50 games, or more than that. So I don't know why we have random teams like the Hawks thinking that they're going to be above us. That does not make sense.
They're a random team.
Y'all are 8.
Hey, Rod, you're a random team.
I don't know where that came from. Like
when you don't have Harden and it's just Embiid by himself, you don't win 50. We'll have this conversation again.
Wait. You mean
mark it down.
Wait. You mean when we didn't have Ben Simmons for like 90% of this? So no, for the whole season, and we only had the Harden for what, like 15, 20 games, and we still reached the 50 mark. Huh? You wanna tell me how that worked?
You good? Y'all had that season.
Hey,
wait. Remember when y'all was real good and everybody was like, "Oh, y'all won the championship," and then we dunked on y'all? My bad.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
Now can you tell me
50 win that? Go ahead, 50 win that. And you got busted.
That was in the postseason, but in the regular season, y'all weren't better than Philadelphia even then.
You've never been better than us. So
yeah, Embiid could do one.
I'm pretty sure we were better than y'all because we won a 7-game series and beat y'all. But y'all were the better team.
We're talking about the regular season.
Hey, Miami Heat the best team in the East.
It matters what happens in the post.
Yeah, by that logic, Miami Heat was the best team in the East last year. Like I think we should pump the brakes on like the teams that were like in the play-in last year, like that they're just going to skyrocket. Like I think Philadelphia, even if they slide down, they're not sliding down much further than like the 5th seed, because they're still with Joel Embiid on the court. They're that much better than Brooklyn, Miami, Atlanta, Toronto, Chicago, Indiana, so on and so forth.
But without Harden on the court with them, those glaring issues that we pointed out for fucking Embiid will still be there.
Why are we on the Sixers? We are still talking about Indiana, and we're still bringing up the Sixers.
I think we were trying to move on from Indiana.
We've been trying to move over to Indiana. We've been done with that.
All right.
Yeah. I think we talked about
Oh my god.
I'll finish it. I'll finish it saying this. The only as far as like the spots that Indiana can contend with, we've established like it's really only the 9th or 10th spot, and in that sense, we know that Orlando is going to have one of those spots. So it's either the 9th or 10th spot that Indiana is going to have, in my opinion. All right, so
Mar don't like that. Mar don't like that.
Huh?
Yeah, I got them finishing at 7, but that's y'all. I'll mention this for any Indiana Pacers fans. When Tyrese Halliburton was healthy, y'all were the 4th seed. He got hurt. Boom, y'all dropped off. As long as Tyrese Halliburton is healthy, they're a playoff team.
And the team's better than last year. I think
10.4 assists I've ever seen. I just can't let that go.
Hey, really quick.
John Stockton asked assist ain't moving me.
It's not moving me at all.
I'm not saying he's a top 10 player or anything, but he's a top 30 player. That's very big.
Yeah,
that's around where I would take him. Yeah.
Probably like a little like probably like 31 or 32.
Yeah, that's around where I got him to. That's around.
Yeah. So it's fair. That's fair. I'm not tripping on it. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next team.
Hold on. Really quick. Before the next one, I gotta head out. I'm going to the Rams game.
Nah, it's good.
But thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate you guys. Ball podcast where you can find me. Shout out all you guys, man. That was fun. Definitely would like to be on again, you guys.
Hey, whenever when we'll work it out, Brody.
Man, hit me.
All right.
Pause.
All right.
Not like that, bro. Come on.
You're so nasty, nigga. You're so nasty. I hate you. Anyway. So all right. So we're moving on. We're moving on to the next team, the New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh yes, I get to talk about this team. Oh boy.
No, I get to talk about this team too, because like y'all are, bro. Chat, y'all niggas are nasty, dog. Y'all need to stop, man. Y'all gotta stop.
What are we hyping them for?
It's not about hyping. It's about getting things understood. People, I go to this podcast, and me and Zeno talked about this. And niggas are dumb. So the New Orleans Pelicans played the Houston Rockets in the preseason last week, or the week before. Mm-hmm. And Zion Williamson only attempts 3 shots, not because he was hurt or because he got scared of Jabari Smith fucking Jr., but because he was running plays that the coach orchestrated for him to run, and it wasn't for him to finish the play. Fast forward, I get on the podcast, and the niggas was like, yo, Jabari Smith Jr. had 19 and 9 on Zion's McNugget, and whole time he just over here being scary like a little puss and shit and whatnot. And I'm sitting there just like, so then say it. And bro was like, oh, I ain't scared to say it. I don't believe in Zion. Zion, all he do is finish around the rim. Outside of that, what does he do better than Jabari Smith Jr.? Jabari better. And so I want to get you guys to understand how idiotic that statement is. For you to go off of 2 preseason games in a summer league, fa la 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 la, and you got this nigga over Zion Williamson, who is touching Shaquille O'Neal with finishing skill.
Okay, that's a bit.
I'm glad you clarified, because I was about to say, what is he about to say out his mouth? Oh my god!
No, Zeno. When you add into the,
I do know that, but like Shaquille also done it in the playoffs, so I can't really do that. But I do want to say
made it to the playoffs yet.
I know that's the point. But I think that what Zion does on the team, I think he, outside of maybe Giannis, he's probably the best rim finisher in the league. Like finisher in, like he has, although it's way more limited than Giannis. The fact that he can get to the left, he goes to his left, and he's able to finish through contact, through contact, above contact, get away from it. He can do everything he needs on the left-hand side. I think Zion essentially being able to go right brings so much more value on that end is going to be insane. I think Zion being a good playmaker also helps his value on the offensive end. So he's actually a good playmaker, a decent rebounder. He needs to be better than what he is on when it comes to rebounding. I'm not going to lie about that. He needs to be better.
I think he has rebounders rebounders he plays alongside, so that's why.
That's fine. That's fine, but he still needs to be a better rebounder. And then on the defensive end, oh boy, yeah, the defensive end. But that's I still think what Zion.
But Jabari Smith Jr. is moving you on that end.
I'm not. Okay.
I'm
trying to move away from that. I was actually trying to talk about the
I've seen a couple Zion highlights on him on defense this preseason. Mm-hmm. Keep it on this preseason. It didn't look well.
Yeah, he's always been a bad defender.
It wasn't just Jabari that made it look bad. There was a couple other players like, what the fuck is Zion doing? Is he all right?
He has an issue of like not knowing when to rotate. He's sometimes out of position. He does like fall asleep. He is prone to being backcutted. He has a lot of issues on the defensive end that he needs to work on. But I'm just praying for him to stay healthy this season, because I think what he could bring and the possibility of him learning how to go right. That sounds so crazy for me to say, but the ability to him to go right could help this team so much and diversify his offense attacking the rim so much that he can actually just be so great. I'm waiting for them to get rid of that terrorist CJ McCollum. Trey Murphy III is an interesting player. He's already shown that he has the ability to space the floor. He's also really decisive when he's attacking off the catch. So he's already good at those type of things, and that's really a good basis for your young player to be able to know what to do when the defense is playing up on your 3-point shot, that you can take it off the dribble and finish at the rim. So he's already done those 2 things, and that's really needed. And then Brandon Ingram, I think that what he's been doing for the past few seasons, I think that's kind of underselling him, because he's being forced to be the number 1 when really and truly he isn't the number 1. He's supposed to be the number 2 to Zion Williamson. So certain stuff that happens to Brandon Ingram these seasons, you need to take a pinch of salt that the main player on the team hasn't been there, so he's having to take his roles as well. That's my other thing about Brandon Ingram. But yeah.
Thing, Brandon.
Wait, is
Ingram.
CJ McCollum on that team?
Yes. Where you been
Yeah.
at?
Where have you been?
Man, because he brought up CJ McCollum earlier when we were talking about Indiana. I didn't know what I was like. Him and his terrorist conversation.
No.
I
I said TJ McConnell.
No. He's talking about me.
No.
He's talking about me, Justin. It's because you brought up TJ. It was called CJ in the Indiana. I can't remember why. And I said, do not talk about a terrorist.
TJ.
I think
I'm talking about you.
Oh yeah,
I said TJ McConnell, and you thought I said
He's
CJ.
31.
CJ don't
Yes.
play for them.
Yeah, for some reason I thought so. But yeah, he's a
They
terrorist.
just had CJ. They top 6.
No, I'm saying them niggas just like they heard CJ. They home? What? Nah,
Breaking news that just happened then.
No, I'm saying the CJ plays for Indiana. Damn. That's
I
crazy.
forgot to say. I just saw his name, Jordan Hawkins. He's a shooter. So that's another thing that's really good for them because he's a shooter.
Yeah,
we got. I actually want to hit some breaking news. Steven Adams is out for the season with knee surgery. So that's
2 years in a row.
God damn.
Dang.
It's time to
y'all
retire, big
laughing.
dog.
That's crazy.
It's time
Wrap it
to
up,
retire,
man.
big
Pack it
dog.
up.
Yeah, no, y'all
Hey,
laughing. I got to take my
look.
camera off. No, that's crazy. Hold on.
No. Dude, that's my goon right there. That dude is straight goonery personified for real.
That is.
I love Steven Adams, but this 2 years in a row, it's been time to hang him up.
Laughing.
it's been time to hang him up. This nigga's only he ain't even touched 10 years yet.
It's time to hang him up, big dog.
He
No,
is
he got-
30,
he got-
he is
last
30
year-
years old.
Last year he got hurt
Good
on
big
John
dude.
Morant's second suspension. I remember that story came out that he was in the locker room saying they got to stop partying. Playoffs about to come, and then like the next game he got hurt, and the next game after that, John Morant got suspended. He got suspended he got hurt going into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Now, Justin, you know I love fucking Steven Adams, my goon. Anybody who could pick a grown man up and walk him 5 feet out of bounds, that's some grown ass man shit right there, boy.
They
I'm
gonna have
fucking with him like
JJJ
that.
Like
playing
I
the
don't even know.
5, boy.
Like, imagine getting picked up being a grown man by
Show
somebody else.
rebounding,
You
Mar.
really
So
got-
nasty.
hey Mar, show rebounding because I need to see where that rebounding coming from.
Hey, who else gonna play the 5? It's gonna be JJJ, and y'all gonna see why Bam
Kenny
is way better
Lofton.
than him.
Kenny Lofton.
Oh my gosh, look at Mar's face. He's like, who is this guy, bro?
Kenny Lofton,
Nah,
the 300-pounder. I know.
Yeah, Brandon. No. I'm talking about who is Justin. What is he talking about?
Fake,
What's the-
fake,
Hey,
fake
Brandon
Zebo,
Clark, maybe?
man. Come on, give my boy Fake Zebo some minutes, man. Come on,
Hey,
dog.
respect Brandon Clark, maybe. Nah, let me chill.
Brandon Clark out for the season too, right?
Yeah, he out for the season with ACL injury.
I
That
thought
he
he
had-
Lord.
no, wasn't that not last season? Is he
Last
still
season.
out?
Yes,
Yeah.
nigga, you don't lose
Jesus
that.
Christ.
You don't recover in just like 3 months. I'm sorry.
Oh, he was injured in that season. I thought he was injured from the jump. Never
No,
mind.
he got injured like right before the
playoffs.
right before the playoffs.
I swear he
Xavier
got-
Tillman.
I swear he tore his Achilles.
Hey, look, with the way he played in that one game for the Lakers, they might develop some false hope. I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know, man.
so the Pelicans just moved up a spot in my.
Hey, man.
Yeah, he moved up for me too.
I respectfully think that the Pelicans has the ability to. I don't think. Well, I'm going to say it. This is my hot take. I want you guys to listen to this. I need to just check my list before I even say anything. Yeah. I think the Pelicans because 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Go.
Yeah. So the Suns, outside of the Suns, Nuggets, Lakers, and those 3 teams, and I also think the Clippers could be moved up to the 5th seed. I think the Pelicans has the ability to become an 8th to 6th seed. In fact, I actually want them to be the 6th seed because that would actually help my Zion propaganda. I think Zion Williamson is going to push them to a 6th seed. I actually think that they're going to be able to push the Clippers, which I have at the 5th seed, to like a 7-game series. I don't necessarily see them winning the series, but I do think that Zion's coming out party when it comes to the playoffs is going to show Zion in a better light of how he is on the offensive end. I think everyone's going to understand the amount of value Zion brings on the offensive end, and that's why the Pelicans are going to be the 6th seed this season. Also, Trey Murphy, you need to pay attention to him. Please pay attention to him.
Yeah, so we're gonna take you out of tight Zoom talking about Trey Murphy. No, I'm not giving a shit about that. Anyway, so so when it comes to like the Pelicans, I'm with you 1,000%. I think with the Grizzlies losing out on Steven Adams, I don't remember exactly what their record was when he went down last season, but I know they fell off just a tad with like what Steven Adams meant to their team was he alleviated Jaren Jackson of the responsibility of having to play like a true center. So when Steven Adams went down and Jaren Jackson Jr. had to slide into that center spot, he didn't play terribly, but him not being a good rebounder and him not being maximized the way that he truly should be on the defensive end, really like it got exploited. And so if the Team USA thing isn't like any further evidence of what we're about to expect, Jaren Jackson Jr. trying to guard actual big men is finna get real nasty.
They
were 31 and 11. I just counted up. They were like
31 and 11.
Like
but that's what Brandon Clark and Brandon Clark and them isn't there. Like
no, I'm talking about. You said Steven Adams. That's what I'm specifically.
Oh no. Steven Adams being out is one thing.
Yes.
And then Clark being out is also like that. That was the guy that alleviated a lot of pressure for Jaren Jackson Jr. As well. So you got both of your guys out, and Ja Morant is out.
Mm-hmm.
It's finna get real nasty for them.
And they don't got a small forward. They actually don't.
Respect Desmond Bane, 6'4", small forward. Why is his face like that?
So
small forward.
So Mars.
Zaire Williams.
Yeah, so Mars, what's your prediction for the Pelicans?
I'm looking right now, man. Yeah, I'm the lowest one on them. I'm sorry. I got them as the 10th seed right now.
Dang.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I got them as a playing team. I like the roster. Last year I was high on them, but I don't like CJ at point. I don't like Brandon Ingram. I like him. Zion, I like him. But do I trust either one of them? No. Trey Murphy. And then that's the thing. It's the injury bug.
Yeah.
Trey Murphy already out for a couple months. Najee Marshall's out, even though he don't matter that much. But like they need that. And Najee Marshall is that for a team like that. They need that. They already getting the injury bug. Jose Alvarado is out. They already getting the injury bug in the preseason. We ain't even talking about Zion and Brandon Ingram yet, who we know from the missed games. We talking about they dead. I just can't trust them.
Yeah,
that makes sense. It's injury.
Max talking that shit, man. He talking that shit, man.
Trade Zion for Joel. All right, we can move on from this conversation. Who's the next people?
I like that trade, low key, man.
I'm telling you though, but I truly do believe though that the Pelicans, with a healthy Zion, with that and Brandon Ingram, just in general with that team being healthy, they really can be a play-in team. That's my take.
A play-in team if they're healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm just high on Zion Williamson being healthy this season. I know that's kind of crazy. And also Brandon Ingram being healthy this season. I know that's also crazy. So that's probably my main reasonings for those. I'm speaking of it on the fact that I think that they're not going to be injury riddled.
I hope they're healthy. I got Zion in fantasy, man. Hey, come on, please. Hey,
I worried about his fantasy.
I hope he is, bro. But holy, I don't know, man.
Okay. Worried about fantasy at this point. It's not
okay. So who all is giving? So Mars, you give me your prediction. I wasn't even gonna come to you, Zeno, but okay.
Oh no. That's what he said. He said his 10th. Mine.
Yeah, I know. He said like 9th to 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Daryl, what's your prediction?
I thought I did give my prediction about them being
just like final, like just like
if healthy. I got them around 6 if they're healthy. If not healthy, then they probably won't even make the play in.
Yeah, they're out the play-in. Right.
Yeah.
Final predictions.
Yeah, I'm with Mar, man. I just don't believe in the team right now. I see him at least the 10th, or at least at most the 10th. There's two.
Yeah.
The West is real stacked. There's a lot of teams out there, and you still got these young talents still coming up. You never know what's gonna happen with Houston. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying you just never know.
No, okay.
Missing 15 games in the West is gonna be real important.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I said missing 15 games in the West is going to be real important. I ain't even saying they're gonna miss 30. I'm just saying 15 is a lot in that conference.
I'll be real with you. Missing 10 is gonna be a lot. Because
missing 5 in general will be a lot for them.
Because when you really sit down and realize how stacked that Western Conference is, if you're missing 10 games, that could be the 1 game difference that can put you from the 6th seed all the way out of the playoffs. That really can be it.
Yeah.
So
Dallas and New Orleans.
Dallas.
Shit. They're not making the play. They're not making the play in,
New Orleans.
They're not making the play in, guys.
New Orleans. Show Dallas defense.
No. Because okay. Even if they did, they're making the 10th. They're making it at 10. And you tell me if you think that they can beat any of these teams in a play-in game.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
OKC.
Dallas make the play-in.
Yes.
You think New Orleans can beat OKC in a play-in?
Yes. Full powered, yes.
Okay. Memphis.
Yes. Full
Golden
powered,
State.
yes. That's more. I think they can beat them, but I think that's way more 50-50.
I don't think that they can beat Golden State, and I don't think that they can beat OKC. I could see them beating Memphis, though.
I can see them beat OKC. I don't know what you think OKC has.
I don't think they don't have the rim protection to stop Shea from doing what he wants to do.
Okay, and OKC has the rim protection for Zion.
Yeah, but I think Shea currently is probably going to be more impactful on what he wants to do. In a play-in setting, like we haven't seen Zion in a playoff.
No, not Dallas not making play-in. He's not saying that. He's saying, "Whoa, we ain't going to."
Absolutely.
The Pelicans aren't going to make it. Yeah, I'll send it to you, Doro, bro. But yeah, I think. Okay, you got it. But yeah, have you said yours, Justin?
Yeah, I just did. I don't think they're gonna make it because I'm thinking regular season wise. I think we all like accept that Zion is going to he's probably not going to. No, I don't think that. I don't think he's really going to struggle as much as you think. They don't have the front line.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't.
Remember the defensive piece that Zion is going to be going against is literally just Triple J. There's no one else.
Nobody else is there now. Everybody else is hurt.
Steven Adams is injured. Brandon Clark is injured.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the defensive pieces that they usually do to stop Zion.
Unless you think Spellman is going to turn the clock back to game 5 again, I don't.
No, tell me.
There is no way this guy came into here and named himself Zeno.
Zeno's big bro is crazy.
Grown ass man, by the way. Yeah, I'm changing your name.
Zeno's big bro is crazy. Oh my god.
Anyways, Zeno's little bro. What's good?
Oh wow. Okay. Anyway, I'm looking at it. Phoenix, Denver, LA, both LA teams, Sacramento, Minnesota, and then the play-in is probably gonna have Golden State, Memphis, OKC, Dallas, and New Orleans prime for it. I think Zion would need to play like those games. Like if he played in a perfect world, if he played at minimum 75 games.
Mm-hmm.
I think they swoop in at that 7th spot, or they could even knock the Clippers out of the 6th spot and move into there in the perfect world. But reality sinks in, and you realize Zion probably only gonna play probably 65 games, if that, just to hit the.
Just how I say this: if Zion plays 60 games, I'll have him as a top 16. 60.
If he plays 60,
yes. I don't even trust him playing 60, man.
I don't
That's where it comes.
But even if he played 60, like I'm looking at these teams. It's that more crucial. It's getting back to that time. Remember that time in the Western Conference back in the day? In the 2000s, where teams that were like 50-win teams were struggling to get the 7th or 8th spot.
Yeah.
Is getting to be around that time again. Because when you think of Denver, Sacramento, Phoenix, the Clippers, Golden State, Los Angeles Lakers, Minnesota, that's 6 teams right there that we can book it. They're going to be a 45 or more win team. So now you start getting. Say it again.
I was going to say, but don't you think they might beat up on each other a little bit more than back then? And then the East is a little bit stronger than it was back then. Just a little bit.
But that's not even including teams like OKC, who is a 40-win team. And we would like to think that Chet makes them better. It's not that doesn't even mention New Orleans, the Rockets, Dallas. I think that's about it that I can see. Oh, and Memphis.
Yeah, that's why I think it's gonna be less 50-win teams because even the bottom teams are tough out every night. You know what I mean? Like back then when it was like there's plenty of teams you could beat up on in the East and like the bottom, but like right now you got what at least like 16.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's more parity on both conferences.
Yeah,
okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. That's not bad. That's not a bad look at it. I guess I'm just looking at it like, okay, if we understand that they're not going to be better than Denver, not better than Sacramento, Phoenix, the Clippers,
they're not going to be better than the Kings.
They're not. The Pelicans are.
I got the Kings penciled in.
Yes, I got the Kings penciled in.
Hey,
Kings
if you think that what they did last season was a fluke, even still, their offense is still going to be more feasible to be more sustainable than what New Orleans is going to offer you because we understand that at least Sabonis, Darren Fox, and others are going to be on the court. We understand that Zion is not going to be on the court nearly.
We're speaking French now because
you think Zion is going to be playing mad consistent games this season?
Yes, that's actually my main reason.
You're a fucking lunatic. I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead.
I believe in it.
Go ahead. Because I'm not believing it. I'm not buying it. Rod, you buying it?
I ain't got the Kings in the play-in. I ain't got the Kings making the playoffs.
Oh damn.
Oh wow.
Hold on.
Why don't you have the Kings back in the playoffs? I just been curious.
I just think they just snuck up on a lot of teams last year. Teams gonna be more ready to play against that offense and stop that offense, and then their defenses didn't get better. You still relying on the Keegan Murray jump, basically. So I just don't think I think it was they caught lightning in a bottle.
Fair enough. I get what you're saying. I have them around 6 to 18.
Lightning in a bottle, and you understand what he's saying, bro.
LSU Joe Burrow, yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
I said I got the Kings around the same as a 6 to 8 seed team.
Like
6 to 8 seed is better than saying he missing the play-in.
Yeah.
He said he's missing the playoffs.
No, he said play.
I don't think they're gonna be a top 10 seed.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're right.
Steven Adams just got announced he's out for the season. So you still got the Grizzlies above him?
Steven Adams out for the season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's over with.
So they
not the Grizzlies.
So Kings at least get 10.
Yeah, so they might. Yeah, they could be 10, dude.
Y'all are nasty for even buying this, man.
No, at least we got him in the plan. All right, at least I got him to 10. Look, he lowered shit on him.
I didn't know Steven Adams was out for the season. I didn't know that.
Ma was like, I'm trying to help you, bro. I ain't trying to let you down this hill. That's what he said.
I'm playing this.
Oh my god.
Even then, I can see the Rockets jumping them.
Wow.
They stand on it. Or what about the Spurs?
Hey.
What about the Spurs? You can see the Spurs.
No.
Okay, no.
Now you reaching now.
Matter of fact, Portland got a nice little young set. Shoot, they could do it too. Shoot,
They could.
So the next team that we're
I
talking
already
about
said
is,
ain't gonna be an all-star caliber player.
absolutely. So if he gonna be an all-star caliber player, they have to be winning for him to be able to do that, right? Man, Portland over Sacramento. Portland over Nah, let's do it. Portland over Sacramento.
So the next team
we
that
gonna
we're
see the
talking
second
about.
coming of LaMarcus Aldridge.
So the next team that we're talking about is
Chauncey Billups
Detroit
Coach of the
Pistons.
Year. They're getting into the playoffs.
So the next team that we're talking about is Detroit Pistons.
Nasty.
Wait, are we just gonna skip over the fact that Justin just said Chauncey Billups Coach of the Year?
Shit, we being nasty.
Why'd you think I'm skipping over it?
I ain't being nasty. The Kings, they just ain't that, bro. The Kings just ain't that.
Based off what?
Based off life. What have not been my whole life? I expect them to go back to where they've been at my whole life.
Damn.
I don't.
Oh, so you're just hating?
I just don't believe in. No, I just don't believe in none of them players, bro.
It's cool because I be hating on the Astros, even though the Astros still been winning for like the last few years.
I just don't believe in none of them.
It's like to stay. You just got to stay consistent. They've been ass my whole life.
DMs.
Even though they winning, I still got to say they ass. So no, I get you.
Justin look DMs.
I see it.
Yeah, you sound like me with the Dolphins, man.
You sound like me in the New York Jets. I mean,
sound like me in the 76ers.
Hey, aren't you a Hawks fan?
Hell no. I ain't never been a Hawks fan.
What fan are you again? Remind me.
A LeBron fan.
You see. Okay. A
LeBron fan.
Okay. All right, guys. All right, so we gotta move. We gotta
basketball
move on.
fan.
All right, let's move on. What's the next team, Justin?
Pistons. Yeah, we're moving on to the Detroit Pistons. We're gonna talk about their offseason now. So I'm going to share the screen. Just give me 1 second. I feel old.
I might as well bring it up. What's happening?
How y'all feel about the Monty Williams hiring?
I'm about to say I'm feeling old, man.
Say that again, Mar.
How y'all feel about the Monty Williams hiring?
I think he's the perfect coach for that situation.
Why?
I think he's great. He's a great motivational coach.
Okay.
And better than he great with the young guys, better than X's and O's, like winning a championship coach.
I agree. I'm cool. Okay.
I also think
I don't like what they give him like a 10-year contract, didn't they?
Yeah.
Because like when it's time to be winning, I don't think he's the guy that's gonna get you there to winning.
I actually think he's a good coach. I think he's a top half. He's like a top half coach. Like when he comes out, top 30 coaches in the league, the 30 coaches in the league. I think he's like in the top half echelon of that team. So I actually think he's a decent, good enough coach. Yes, he is more motivational and is better for the younger players. But if you have him as a playoff coach, I don't think that's as bad as having like Chauncey Billups as your playoff coach. If you get what I'm saying. So I think that's what I would say. I think he's decent.
This the same guy that guarded Giannis with DeAndre A 1-on-1 for a series.
Say it again.
I mean, it's the same guy that guarded Giannis with DeAndre A 1-on-1 for a whole playoff series.
To be fair, looking at if you remember that what's called that team construction, they didn't have the bodies for that. The body that they wanted to have with Dario Saric, he got injured just before that playoff series. They didn't have the necessary tools to stop.
I thought he got hurt before that whole postseason.
No, I think he got hurt in the Eastern Conference final and Western Conference final. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. Like Dario Saric was gone, so he couldn't really be played.
Yeah, like the sort of DeAndre Ayton was like in the same position that we said that Jaren Jackson Jr. finna be in this season, where it was him and him only. Like, and again, it's no shame.
I was right.
Coach got to coach though. You still could do letting Giannis go 1-on-1. I don't care what bodies you got.
That's
fair
enough.
You are speaking facts. What else could he have done though? What else could he have done?
I wanted to say one thing, Justin. Though I was right. Yes, he got injured in the Western Conference final.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but there was nothing. Even if Dario Saric was there, that's not even like the ideal situation. They're really like if they were in a lose-lose situation, they had to basically dare Giannis to carry that offense, and he so happened to do so. Ain't no shame in that.
Yeah, make an adjustment.
Making an adjustment of what? Anyway, fuck it. All right, Detroit lost Bodie Boeheim. They signed him and then waived him. They let go of Diallo, and I think he signed with Washington. Yeah, he signed with Washington. Yeah. He got RJ Hampton got waived and then signed by Miami. Corey Joseph, they let go. He signed with Golden State. Rodney Magruder, they let go, and I think he went to another team. It's not showing where it is. He got waived by Golden State, but he's with another team. And then I don't know that other dude's last name. I'm not even gonna try. But the main one, scrap all of this. Blah, blah, blah. Don't give a shit about Joe Harris, Monte Morris, and respect that shooter, but fuck him. We talking about this guy right here. This guy, yeah. Sword Thompson.
Yeah.
Sword Thompson. Yes, that lottery pick that looks like he's going to pan out to be the perfect player to coincide with Kay Cunningham and Jaden Ivey. So what do you guys think about Detroit? Mar, I know you wanted to speak a little bit about Asar, right?
Yeah, I actually did. What do you think the Detroit starting lineup is going to be? Because I personally think it should be Cade, Ivy, Asar, Bojan, and Jalen Duran. But for some reason, they love Isaiah Stewart and Marvin Bagley. I don't get it.
Nah.
I think that from what I've seen from Detroit, the reason why Isaiah Stewart is probably getting more minutes currently is because of his tenacity on the boards and on the defensive end, more so than anything. Because if you think about it, offensively, they already got everything like taken care of between Cade, Jaden Ivey, and Asar. Like it's for them to figure out the offensive side. They mainly need people that's going to like thrive to get boards and stuff like that. So I think that's why Isaiah Stewart is getting there, is getting the burn. But to be honest with you, it's the preseason. Monty Williams, to be honest with you, was testing out like different lineups all preseason. So we don't know what the starting lineup is going to be for the season. I agree with you. That should be the starting lineup, but we don't know what it's going to be because we don't know what Monty Williams is looking at when he's throwing out all of these rotations. There was a stretch last night or the night before where Detroit was playing. I think it was OKC, and Monty Williams had Kay Cunningham, Killian Hayes, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, along with James Wiseman, I believe. I believe it was James Wiseman. I could be wrong, but I think it was James Wiseman. No, Marvin Bagley. They got the same type of hair. It was Marvin Bagley. And he went out with that lineup to see, like, I guess to see if they could pick up the pace or something like that. So like he's trying out these different lineups to see if things are working. So I think that's really what he's looking for. But I have zero idea what that lineup is going to look like. I think whatever it is, the main focus, make sure Jalen Duran gets some type of minutes. He doesn't have to start, but make sure he gets more minutes than James.
He got to start. He got to start.
I agree.
If Monty Williams don't start him, he should be fired.
If he doesn't start, but he gets the burn, I think that'll have to suffice because it's better than what he was being treated to last season. Last season, they made active trades to bring James Wiseman to the Detroit Pistons to take the minutes that this nigga already had, that this nigga was fighting for.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't start, but he gets like 30 minutes a game, or 30 or 30 more, 30 plus minutes.
Monty already said he started.
I will take that.
Monty already said he started.
Huh?
Monty already said he started.
He said Monty already said Jalen Duran started.
Oh yeah, shit. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And you were talking about rebounding and stuff. Cade Cunningham, he's a big guard who gonna help out with that. Asar Thompson, he's actually really good at getting boards. And then you just got Boyan and Ivy as floor spacers or Ivy don't really space out the floor that well, but
you need Boyan in there for.
Boyan out the defense.
Yeah.
Boyan stretches out the defense. So
you need him in that lineup. You need him.
But you need Ivy's rim pressure because Cade to me, I'm saying I haven't seen too much from him, man.
I was about to say you can't make much of a judgment off of him. Like it's weird to say, but Ivy has more tape for us to go off of than Cade.
Yes, I agree.
He has more tape for us to go off of.
The defensive back,
what Cade is.
The potential of that backcourt defensively is amazing, though. Asur, Ivy, and Cade, them three good defenders already at a young age. So growing into it, it's gonna be like they just gotta get some space. They gotta knock down shots. I think Cade a better shooter than his percentages to say.
I think
his percentages are like 41 from the field and 29 from three.
Yeah, I don't think that's him. I think a more accurate depiction of him is for that month stretch that he had in his rookie season, where I think he was shooting like he was like shooting like 45% from the field and like 35% from the 3-point line. That seems more accurate.
Yeah, I don't want to be too low on Cade and get in trouble in the future though, because I haven't seen too much, but he could come out to be a great player. But the other parts of the team that I like, hold on, Joe Harris. Do you think he could possibly?
No. The problem because all right, I think Monty Williams, unlike some of these other coaches that have like these young rosters, he understands the assignment. The assignment is develop Cade, develop Ivy, develop Asur. So they got those 3 spots locked. There should not be anybody that takes those people's spots. At minimum, at worst, you move Bogdan, which I don't think should happen. You move Bogdan or Joe Harris plays the small forward spot, and you have Asur coming off the bench. That's the only thing that I can see him possibly doing, and I don't even think that that's feasible. Seeing the lineup, the majority of the lineups he put out for the preseason involve Cade, Ivy, and Asur. So I think he's locked in on those 3.
Okay, I hope so. I didn't really watch the preseason for the Pistons too much. I hope so.
Man, I'm hoping that this year Cade actually like fulfills that. Because like, remember I was telling you about the start bench cut, and you were like, I hope it's cut Cade.
Yeah.
I feel like this season I need him to like show why it ain't that simple. I need that.
This season is gonna be cut LaMelo, I think. This season gonna be cut LaMelo.
Man.
And then I think
what was the start bench cut?
LaMelo's so much better of an offensive player than both.
Star bench cut was Cade Cunningham, LaMelo Ball, and Tyrese Halliburton. I think before this season it's start Tyrese, bench LaMelo, cut Cade. I think this season is gonna be start Tyrese, bench Cade, cut LaMelo, and I think in the future is gonna be start Cade, bench LaMelo, and cut Tyrese. That's what I think is gonna happen.
I was gonna do the last one. I was gonna say, can I do the potential?
Oh yeah,
I think
you can do the potential.
No, you have to do the potential to have Cade in the start or bench.
Yeah, I would start Cade, bench LaMelo, cut what's her name, Halliburton. And I'm high on Halliburton. I just want to do it.
I think right now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think even now, before the season starts, the more like we did that research, Zeno, the more I'm like, no, it should be start LaMelo. It should be start LaMelo because he's a better scorer. The playmaking is a toss up. And if Tyrese's defense is moving you, fair enough, but it's not moving me.
Is he really a better scorer though?
Huh?
Is he really a better scorer though?
I think LaMelo's better. LaMelo's better.
He is not.
I love LaMelo. I'm even biased towards him. I don't think LaMelo's a better player than Halliburton. I'm even biased towards LaMelo.
I think it depends. It depends on like what's your reasoning for thinking that Tyrese is still the better player?
LaMelo gets absolutely no rim pressure.
Can't shoot mid ranges. He's not.
Damn,
What's
Zeno,
called? He has
can
way.
you let the man answer? He's a grown man.
Sorry,
him
my
have
fault.
his
My
shine,
fault.
bro.
My fault. I was going to hate on that. Sorry, my fault.
No, I'm not. I don't even hate on LaMelo. Look, I'm biased towards him. I got him higher than Garland, like one spot ahead. I know I'm biased too, but
does he know?
He's just flashy, man. He's just flashy.
He is. He's flashy, but I think the main reason why like I don't have a problem because like to be honest with you, Tyrese and LaMelo are like it's a toss up to me.
It's a toss up.
If you think
it is not.
Exactly.
If you think
Tyrese clears.
Damn, I'm a grown man.
Crazy.
I can answer. Like shit. Give me a second, okay? I think Tyrese like scoring wise, it's purely based off of like he doesn't search for any type of like difficulty. He has no difficulty within his game.
Oh wait, your difficulty merchant. I forgot about that. Yeah, carry on.
And so LaMelo, like considering the fact that he's hunting for like these opportunities that have high value, but he has to put himself in difficult positions for him to like, get that reward. And he achieves it at the rate that he does, both scoring and playmaking, versus Tyrese Halliburton, who literally does everything by the book. Now, fair enough, Tyrese Halliburton is more efficient than LaMelo, right? So if it's the fact that he's efficient, like just doing things by the book that moves you, fair enough. I don't have a problem with it, which is why I don't have a problem if you have him over LaMelo. But in LaMelo's case, I think LaMelo is just the fact that does not have the necessary talent that Tyrese Halliburton has on his roster, yet he still is that efficient from the three-point line. And fair enough with the finishing, but I think that will improve over time. But his playmaking and his shooting is like
We're talking about this season though. So why are you saying over time?
No, I said the finishing over time, but the shooting and playmaking is what moves me.
I'm sorry.
The maturity in Tyrese Halliburton game is what moves me. Like LaMelo just does childish stuff on the court sometimes, which doesn't translate to winning basketball. As much as I love him,
I want to add on to that, Mars. I want to say that when you sit down and think about it, yes, LaMelo has the highs of a playmaker because he's a type of player to actively hunt for high quality shots, even if it's through tight windows. Swinging it to the corner man when he's driving and stuff like that. But listen, yes, Tyrese Halliburton doesn't do the same thing, but the pure amount of volume of passes that he makes and actually connects, it is arguably why you would say they're around the same tier in passing and playmaking. And then you need to realize as a scorer, he's way more consistent. Way less is way less times where you'll sit there and see Tyrese Halliburton and be like,
quick question, does Tyrese have rim pressure like that?
A lot more than LaMelo Ball.
I'm gonna be honest, Tyrese don't even got it that much, but he got it more than LaMelo. But LaMelo has the more upside. LaMelo has all the.
I'm speaking currently. It's like okay,
currently.
I think like I don't know that it seems like even with like Zeno's explaining like what he like that like it's like it's still like you can go either way. Like
I don't think so. I think I think the consistency that Tyrese Halliburton brings as a scorer specifically, like you won't have nights where he's like just taking horrible shots because he's LaMelo Ball. Like he doesn't take horrible shots like that. He's way more likely to actually play make. He doesn't have modes like LaMelo has this mode where sometimes he'll be hunting for high quality shots for his teammates, and then there's sometimes where you just be like, "Yo, there's a free man there," and he's taking a contested three. Like he has this mode where he kind of switches on and off his playmaking. And Tyrese Halliburton doesn't do that.
Exactly. I like that mode because when is the last time a point guard that averages 10 assists in the regular season won a championship? I like that mode because I can name you both of them. It was 2020 with LeBron James when he was listed at point guard, and like 1992 with Magic Johnson. You like those point guards who average 10 assists per game, like Steve Nash, Chris Paul, those type. It's predictable. LaMelo, you just mentioned he's not predictable. Tyrese Halliburton at some
He
point in the
is. I literally
playoffs,
just said that.
it becomes
just said
predictable that you're going to pass out.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that Tyrese Halliburton, the ability for him to be looking for his own shot and trying to create with other people, it's much more valuable than, not much more valuable, but it's valuable. LaMelo sometimes just saying, okay, I'm just going to hunt for my own shot. I'm not going to look for if there's any person that can be open, if I can actually hit this open man for a quality shot. I think that is kind of an issue with his game sometimes.
I think it's
that he kind of brings it down. Well, I guess
does it also play a part that he really didn't have a lot of people who were jump shooters?
I was thinking that same thing too. Rod.
Agreed, Rod. But like that still doesn't necessarily. Like I agree with you, Rod. That could be the part of the reason why he doesn't say, "Okay, I'm just gonna hit this man because he's gonna make his shot." Sometimes you're like, "Bro, he's gonna miss it. Why am I going to do that?" I do agree with you, Rod. But that's what we're dealing with right now. That's what we're talking about. Players to players. We've seen what their habits are, and that's what we're talking about. Their habits. So.
I think. Well, I'll let you finish, Rod. I'll let you finish.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you're driving to the hole, 5 seconds left, the big man comes and collapses you as you're trying, and you see an open man, but it's not one of your shooters. You just take the L on that and pass it to him, or do I try to make this basket?
Because I think the last time
LaMelo is more of a scoring guard.
Because I think the last time we talked,
I actually disagree.
I disagree.
He is way more of a playmaking guard than he's a scoring guard.
Oh, no. Well, I was going to say, I think the last time we looked at this, like he doesn't necessarily have like the offensive piece that Tyrese has.
Agreed.
To be able to give to. So like,
and when he had Bridges, they made the play.
He had Bridges.
I'm genuinely concerned if you actually ask this question.
Why is that a question?
Why is that a question?
Jalen Brunson for this season. What? Yeah. Wait. What? No.
What kind of question? What question is that? What do you mean? Like, which one is better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Better going this season.
Why do you hate Jalen Brunson?
It's gonna be Jalen Brunson.
No.
Can someone tell me why does he not like Jalen Brunson? I'm so confused.
I think
you already know it's gonna be Jalen Brunson, but whatever.
I think it was a typo, guys. I don't think he meant to put Josh Giddey.
Yeah, fair enough.
Josh Giddey is nice though. Hey, shout out Josh Giddey.
Shout out Josh Giddey.
Offensive Ben Simmons ain't moving.
Man, we talked about this already. I shut that shit down. I'm not
wow.
Offensive Ben Simmons ain't moving me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, offensive Ricky Rubio. I always like Josh Giddey as like Ricky Rubio.
Ricky Rubio. Yeah, that guy definitely has a mid range. You right?
He wins championships on 2K. Anyway,
right, so we're
moving on.
Moving on. All right, predictions for the Detroit Pistons. They're losing. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
They're not in the play.
Then we know what's happening.
Yep. All right, so we're moving on to the Toronto Raptors and their offseason.
I kind of already spoke about the Toronto Raptors. I have them off the playoff. I don't have them in the playoffs, so it's not my time to talk then.
Okay. Rod, what's your opinion on the Raptors, especially now that Fred VanVleet?
Yeah, I mean, Fred VanVleet is gone, but you add Schroeder, which proves that he can play at a decent level. I mean, he's been doing it all summer. He did in playoffs with LA.
I don't.
Who said I? Was that Daryl?
No, that was Justin.
Okay, I was just making sure because Daryl, y'all made a dumbass decision. You went with
I told you myself it was a dumb decision.
Fucking stupid.
I told you it was a dumb decision. I would have kept Schroeder with the
How Lakers. We end up on the Lakers is crazy.
Because
obviously we're just talking. You went but it's very confusing because we just looked at 2 point guards.
Yeah, I know. We saw him.
D'Angelo Russell. Hey, hold on. I mean, the summer he played well.
Yeah.
You don't think he played well? I mean, the USA team that they put up there found out he played well.
Yeah, but does he do it? Does he do it in the NBA though? The FIBA is different from the NBA.
He's just
capable
did it
of doing it
last playoff. What?
He did it last playoff.
He's capable of playing well.
We talked about this.
I did. What? All right, what do you expect him doing for this roster? That let's start there. What do you expect him doing for this roster?
Was that for me or Rob?
What is there to do with this roster? This roster don't even know what to do. First off, this roster don't even know what to do.
Okay.
They don't know what they are.
How much more impactful do you think Dennis Schroeder is than Fred VanVleet?
It's gonna be about the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the same thing, but you can't just sit there and act like it's gonna be worse that Schroeder is there now.
I didn't say that it was gonna be worse. I said
he didn't say that it was gonna be worse.
He said it showed that Dennis Schroeder is still like impactful, and my response was, because like how impactful are you? That
it was more about the for Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You said that it was a testament to how impactful Dennis Schroeder was, and I was like, he's not. You
don't feel that he's an impactful player?
Not
obviously he was very impactful for LA.
Bench player.
He was not that impactful for LA. I'm sorry.
He's an impactful bench player.
He was
He was way more impactful than fucking D'Angelo Russell's trash ass. Motherfucker was sitting on the bench.
But he's now he's starting for Toronto. How impactful is he now?
He's going to still.
Okay.
First off, hold on. Let's get this straight. This team is not making playoffs. They're not a play-in team either.
Agreed.
They're just not.
Agreed.
Okay? So their impact is just them playing well. If they can play well or decent and competitive and bring that defense that they were supposed to have with Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam to what we thought was going to happen, what the light we saw at the end of the tunnel that turned into darkness. We need to see that. But we don't see that because they're not on the game.
Dennis Schroeder is not a starting caliber point guard. I'll just go ahead and beat everybody to the punch. He's not a starting caliber point guard. I don't think this is going to end well for him. I think this is going to end similar to the way that it ended for him in Boston, the first stint in LA, where he's going to end up dropping as far as his efficiency because he's going to be going up against starting caliber point guards and starting caliber defenses that are going to be able to point out his deficiencies, which is the fact that he does not have the best ability to create on a consistent basis as far as like playmaking. Defensively, it's like a little suspect. He's not bad, but it's a little suspect at times. So I think as far as like him being a starting caliber point guard, I think that is not the right idea. Fair enough. I think Fred VanVleet is sort of in the same case, even though in the preseason for the Houston Rockets, he's sort of showing otherwise, but I wouldn't hold too much stock into that. But yeah, no, Dennis Schroeder, if that's how you feel about him being impactful, fair enough. They're not making any moves. It's not getting any further. Mars, what do you got?
I'm not too high on the Raptors. They're gonna be a competitive team. My problem with the Raptors is what's their GM name? I don't like him. Their general manager.
Masai Ujiri.
Yeah, he's so overrated. He's putting the faith of his job in Scotty Barnes' hands, and if Scotty Barnes disappoints, he's just gonna point the finger at him. I don't like that.
Does he know that what's called that Scotty Barnes is just a light-skinned Draymond Green? Do they know?
Did you know that Scotty Barnes is like one of the most untouchable players on the trading market?
Did you know that?
Did you know that OG is also one of the most untouchable players on the trading market too?
Did you know that they value both OG Anunoby and Scotty Barnes more than they value Pascal Siakam?
Do you know that they actually would not trade OG for Kevin Durant?
Did you know that they wouldn't trade Scotty Barnes for Kevin Durant either?
Okay, we get it. All y'all know this shit. Stop saying, do you know? The fuck?
Like it's crazy to me that I remember last year they had a bad run and they had a meeting with Scotty Barnes like, hey, this is your fault. Like, no, this is your fault. You could have got KD for that, man, and you just stood your ground with Scotty Barnes. This is another player who I'm biased towards, and I'm like the Raptors even too high on it, and I'm biased towards the nigga Scotty. I love Scotty game.
Yeah.
He should give him too much responsibility. Yeah, I do. I do. I actually do love Draymond Green.
Are we really saying that Scotty is Draymond Green?
Scotty
Yes.
Barnes is he is a Draymond Green.
Yes. What do you think Scotty Barnes is?
I think Scotty Barnes is Scotty Barnes. I don't compare him to Draymond Green because Draymond Green really don't shoot.
Okay. Let me rephrase that. How
Scotty Barnes is the fourth option.
Yeah, how good do you think that Scotty Barnes is, Rod?
Well, first, second, third.
I think he has. I think he's capable to be a second option
on a championship team.
Well, we know they're not going to be a championship. We're talking about this team.
No.
On the championship team, there's no telling who the fuck's going to be on that team.
I'm talking about any championship.
Like what player is on? What type of players are on? So if I put him on fucking
the Hawks or your championship team,
the Nuggets.
If you
put that's a good one. If you put Scotty Barnes on your Hawks,
if he's on the Nuggets, he probably is the fourth best player on the team. He's like competing with.
No. Hold on, Zeno. If you put him on your Atlanta Hawks, he would be what, the second best player on the team? Second or third? Does that make you a championship level team?
He'd be third.
He would be third. Does that make you a championship
saying he's
level
making
team?
a championship level team. I think he. Where did this conversation go? We're talking about Toronto Raptors and what he is there.
Okay, so the reason why we asked this question is because Draymond Green is widely regarded as being, as far as like just strictly like overall, being the fourth or third best player on a championship level team. And luckily enough, he's on the Warriors. He's actually
the second best.
Yeah. I know. On the Warriors, he's fortunate enough to be the second best player on the team. But on any other championship level team, he would be the fourth, fifth option, right? Because of what he lacks. In Scotty Barnes' case, because of what he lacks, he would be the fourth or fifth best option on a championship level team. In most cases.
So tell me what he's lacking right now. What is he lacking?
He's lacking a primary ball handler like Trae Young, who could allow him to be a secondary or even tertiary ball handler. And DeJounte Murray would also give him that ability. And guess what? The Atlanta Hawks need a power forward. So what do you think the Atlanta Hawks would do if they had a player like Scotty Barnes on the team? Would y'all be a championship contender?
Isn't Scotty Barnes a 2 or 3?
Clip this Zeno.
I think Scotty Barnes is like a 4 to me, a 4-5 or 4-3. That's why I don't like him being paired with Pascal Siakam.
He does.
You're either low on Scotty Barnes or low on your Atlanta Hawks. I don't know which one it is. Maybe it's both.
He is. He does play like a powerful small forward type player.
Yeah.
But I think the issue is, right,
if he's a small forward, I don't have a problem with him being on Atlanta Hawks.
Would y'all be a championship?
He's just replacing Hunter.
Yeah,
but it's not a championship team because we still need certain people.
Yeah, but then y'all would still need a 4. I think y'all would still need a 4, right?
I know. Well, because
Onyeka is going to get the center spot very soon.
Yes.
So then that 4 spot is still going to be like what?
I think you guys missed out on Mars saying that he would be playing the 4. So your 4 spot would be
No. I'm talking to Rod because Rod is talking about if he went to the 3.
He's not playing. He's not playing the 4. He's playing the 3. He's replacing Hunter. I guarantee that's what Atlanta's going to end up doing.
Oh, okay. Because I say I'm talking about from your perspective.
Why would they do that? Because that's what Atlanta does.
You like
in my perspective, I'd still put him at the 3. Do I like Sadiq Bey more than Hunter? Yes, I do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm cool.
Why? You want to know why? Bey is more impactful on both offense and defense. Hunter is too iffy on offense and terrible on fucking defense.
So then all right, then if you keep it Sadiq, then Sadiq should definitely play the 3 and Scotty Barnes at the 4 then. So Trae Young,
Yeah,
DeJounte
but
Murray,
Scotty
Sadiq Bey,
Barnes
Scotty.
isn't Sadiq
isn't
Bey's a
what?
better rebounder than him than
I'll be
You
Barnes.
real.
think so? Okay.
I'll be real with you. You guys are
His
thinking too much
activity.
about positions. You're thinking
Which
too
is-
much about positions because you can make
Yeah.
Scotty Barnes the power forward on the offensive end, and then make him the small forward on offensive end, and make him the power forward on defense end, and vice versa with Sadiq Bey. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They're
I
gonna
just
be
think
playing
you are
together.
who you guard. That's just what it is. But Scotty Barnes and Sadiq Bey as your forwards. You still don't like that team. Nice to know. You think Sadiq Bey is a better rebounder than Scotty Barnes?
By the way, Scotty Barnes is a better rebounder than Sadiq Bey. But
I agree. I actually think Scotty Barnes is a better rebounder than Sadiq.
It's more of the activity that Bey gives you on both offense and defensive boards.
I think the issue with that team is that they don't have enough high end talent, and the fact that Trae Young is mispositioned as the number one option. That's the issue.
I mean, we're not talking about the Hawks. We're talking about Scotty Barnes' fit.
No, because you're talking about are they a championship team, and I'm telling you why.
No. We're talking about
No.
Scotty.
We're talking about Scotty Barnes. That's what we're talking about.
Whether he makes them a championship.
Agreed, and I'm saying they aren't, and I gave you my opinion on why.
Yeah, but you could be a championship level team with multiple number two options. You at least think Trae Young is a number two, and his statement was that Scotty Barnes is a number two. You have multiple number two options.
Yeah,
and
but
then DeJounte Murray. You could be a championship team.
Agreed, but he doesn't think so, and I don't think so, and I was just giving you my reasoning for so.
But okay, all right.
Am I wrong to do that?
We'll just speed past it. Okay.
Yeah. But either way,
yeah.
Raptors are going to be a great defensive team still, and Grady Dick. He seemed like he a real efficient little shooter, man. You know, the white people got to come in and just be 40% shooters. It's going to be Grady Dick.
He's a real good little shooter. It's crazy.
No.
We just want to say that the whole time.
He like 6'8". I can't even.
Dick for three. Dick for three.
It was cool. You know those little white people are good shooters. All right.
Jalen McDaniels is also signed with Toronto.
I know. I'm just causing issues. Don't worry about it.
You always cause issues. We know.
Yeah, but Jalen McDaniels signed with Toronto from Philly. So I feel like that's another great pickup. I think I agree with you. I think Toronto is going to be like a fantastic defensive group, but their offense is going to be just as bad, if not worse, than it was last year because they didn't make any moves outside of signing drafting Grady Dick. They don't have the requisite shooters outside of him that can move you. Because even I was looking up, like y'all were talking about earlier, like a little while ago, y'all were talking about what's my guy's name? I forgot his name. Dennis Schroeder. Y'all talking about Dennis Schroeder, and I went and looked up his 3-point percentage. The nigga's not a good 3-point shooter, volume or percentage. So
that's been like one of his biggest knocks, that he's inconsistent 3-point shooter.
Yeah, so I don't see him moving the needle in that sense either. Like I don't think that any of the moves that they made right now makes much sense outside of drafting Grady Dick because they did need a shooter. I think the next move that they should have made a while ago, but they definitely need to make before season's end, is getting Pascal Siakam to a different team and getting some assets. Get some assets for him and anybody else that you can that is not that doesn't fit within the timeline of Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes does not have to be the number one for the future, but right now that's the best you got. It's the best you got. You don't have many other options outside of you trying to run it back with Pascal at the helm. And I think we all agree Pascal cannot be your best player on the championship level team. So fall in love with this rebuild.
Respect the Blade. Come on offense. Respect him.
Beyblade is crazy. Fall in love with the rebuilding process and let my people go.
All right, Moses.
Predictions. Predictions for Toronto Raptors. Margo.
I got them as the 10th seed. So that means they'll be in the play-in, but they're gonna
wait. Okay, so Orlando and Indiana's out.
No. Orlando and Chicago is out.
Orlando,
I
Chicago.
have Indiana as the 7th seed. I'm actually
shit. Indiana, Toronto, Atlanta, and Miami. Or Brooklyn.
I have the Pacers at 7, the Hawks at 8, the Nets at 9, the Raptors at 10, the Bulls at 11, and the Magic at 12.
Okay.
L list. Oh God.
Oh no.
I don't agree with it, but
Hey, Gene, I'm gonna get you a little more mad. I got the 76ers at 6.
Oh, I know. And you don't know ball. It's fine.
I appreciate
I'm gonna tell you why
it.
with the 76ers though. I think that Harden is out of there, and then Embiid is gonna end up getting traded, and similar to how the Nets fell off last year when KD got traded, the 76ers will do the same.
Yeah, I get your point. Your point is the notion of Embiid getting traded.
Yeah, if Embiid stays though, Embiid is a top 3 player in the regular season.
Yeah. So I know you would have them like, I'm guessing the 3rd seed or 4th seed. Which one?
I would have him as the 3rd or 4th if Embiid
exactly.
Stays.
So I have no issues with your reasoning, so I'm good.
I'm just that confident he gonna want out of there. But the Raptors, even they new head coach, ain't he like still in place from the New York Knicks?
Who?
I don't know. They new head coach. He was still in place from the New York
Knicks.
Who
you talking about? Toronto's head coach?
Yeah, didn't he get sued for that?
No, for real.
I think
that
so.
happened.
Oh, pack this nigga up.
Yeah. The Toronto Raptors new head coach. He got a new job with them because Nick Nurse left, and then he stole the New York Knicks playbook. Which, if he's still in place from the New York Knicks, man.
Out of all teams you could steal a playbook from, you steal the offensive playbook of the New York Knicks.
Tom Thibodeau.
No. Mars just said it. Tom Thibodeau, Mr. brought in his star player and let him run plays. Mr. Him.
Anyway. Daryl, predictions.
Not making the playoffs. Got them around. I honestly have them as the 11th.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Zeno, prediction.
I already gave you my prediction out of the playoffs.
All right, smart ass. Dang.
Right?
I said it like what's called 2 teams ago. What? We was talking about the Pistons.
Yeah, and niggas don't remember. We were talking about the Pistons, not the Raptors.
L casual, man. Come on.
Zeno. What the fuck? Like, why would you bring up another team when we talk about another? All right, bro.
L casual, man.
Right. What's your prediction? Save me.
Yeah. I got them out. I got them out the playoffs. They're probably gonna be like the 12th team.
All right. Yeah, and I got them outside of the playoffs. No, I'm lying. I have them. Oh no, I'm right. I have them at the 11th spot. I'm sorry. I was looking at the line. I'm like, wait, I think I have them at the 10th, but no, they're 11th. Okay, all right. So we're moving on to the next team. Whew, guys, we're almost done. We got the Houston Rockets.
Yeah. A lot of I would say one thing. Great pickup on getting what's called Ime Udoka. Amen Thompson is looking really good. Both of the Thompson twins are.
No, he's not. No, he is not.
He's not. No. Yes. On the defensive end, he's really good. He looks really good.
Okay.
Of course, he's missing. Of course, he's missing like his bunnies around the rim and stuff like that. I ain't saying that that's not true. Yeah, but he has. Those are like bunnies around the rim. You're telling me he's never gonna be able to get good at that type of stuff. So I already don't have much issues on that. He can't shoot for shit. That's true. But and also he's not necessarily a good mid-range shooter. So it's kind of. I'm now curious how his offense is going to look like in his first season. But he has a lot of upside. He's already shown that he's already like a good defender. That's from the gate. So he already is going to have a lot of playing time in the league just by being a good defender as a guard. Mm-hmm. Sengun has not been moving me. Jabari Smith Jr. has been moving me. That boy's you can see he's been in the gym. He looks completely different from in his first season to his second season. Looks way more polished. Looks way more in control. Looks way more, knows what he's doing on the court. Ime Udoka being on this team is such a boon for this team, man. Forcing them to play defense. You can already see, like, Jalen Green is playing more defense. You're seeing Amen Thompson is playing a lot of defense. You're seeing Sengun is actually playing defense as well. Like this team altogether are actually bought into a system, and that you can tell. And then you already know what Dylan Brooks is going to bring to you on a defensive end, and then having a veteran leadership in what's his name? Fred VanVleet is very nice on this team, but sad to say this, I don't think they're going to reach the play-in. If they are, they're going to reach the 10 seed. That's literally my reason, my thoughts. Did I have them as a 10 seed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I think I had no. Even OKC didn't reach it in for me. Damn.
I think you're wrong about OK. Or no, West is hard. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, I think the Rockets, as far as like what the moves, that argument can be made. They had a top 3 offseason this season, only behind the Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston
Celtics.
Yeah, and the Boston Celtics. I think that the not necessarily not even just what they gained, what they got rid of. Like there was an aroma, like being here in Houston, I can tell you there was like an aroma of just like mediocrity in that entire like locker room, where it was just like there was no direction. It was free flowing. No standards were set. It was basically just let you rock. You know what I'm saying? And just pray that they have one of those LeBron moments where it's like he grows up whether I'm here or not type shit with Stephen Silas. So them getting rid of Stephen Silas was easily the biggest win that they did this entire offseason. Mm-hmm. Second in that is the unfortunate yet fortunate loss of Kevin Porter Jr. because I want to put on record it's unfortunate for the way that he went out, but he wasn't doing anything but hindering the progress of every other player that is just objectively better than him on the Houston Rockets. Now with Kevin Porter Jr. gone, you can see in the preseason that Ime is falling more. He is falling in love with the idea of the offense being ran through Jalen Green and Alpi Sengun solely. Sengun, yeah, Sengun and Jalen Green solely. Like nobody else is to be the initiator of the offense being ran. Is either going through Sengun in the high post or Jalen Green on like the right wing, typically, right? So that's one good thing. Another good thing is that they filled out the roster with the proper shooting that would be required for a player that I believe is better utilized as a cutter or slasher to the rim in Jalen Green and Alperen Sengun, who operates mainly in the post, with getting pickups like Reggie Bullock, Fred VanVleet, Cam Whitmore. They were able to get him out of the draft at the 20th spot when he was supposed to be much higher. Those type of players, and also filling out the roster with veteranship that could be able to guide players like Torrey Eason, Alperen Sengun, I'm forgetting the other name, Jayshawn Tate, with players like Jeff Green, Aaron Holiday, Victor Oladipo, who is a veteran in this league now. I think that they made all.
Do you think that's crazy though? And sorry to go on a side tangent. Do you think it's so crazy that now Victor Oladipo is considered a veteran? Like a few seasons ago, I know it's now not fusing seasons, but like 2017, 2018, Oladipo back then was like a top 10 player.
Yeah.
And he was. Yeah. I don't think you realize he was really good.
He was a top 15 player. He was a top 15 player in 2018.
He was really good defensive player. His playmaking was really good. He's actually was a competent 3-point shooter while also being a competent shot creator and actually could get to the rim really well.
He was a top 20 player, no debate though.
I think top 15, no debate.
Top 15, no debate. I think he had an argument to be top 10 that year.
I think he had an argument in 2018 to be a top 10 caliber player, but I think there was players that probably just had like a bigger sample size, like not a bigger sample size, but like their resume is really what carried them over. Victor, if that makes sense.
I've I've always had Draymond over Victor, and I know I had Draymond around like 14 or 16 around that time.
In 2018, was Draymond a top 15 player?
2018, that's LeBron. That's LeBron crazy year.
Draymond's 3-point shot had fell off.
No, 2018, not LeBron.
2018 is the KD Warriors years.
That was the second championship.
So I've never had Oladipo top 15. I know that he probably around 16, 20 though.
All right, fair enough. But besides the point, let's go back to the Rockets.
But getting back to it though, the Houston Rockets made more positive moves with getting rid of stuff than they did picking up stuff. But even with like the players that they added to this roster, that it makes sense. Now this roster makes sense, right? Like from Fred VanVleet all the way to Dylan Brooks signing. All the way down to Jeff Green being picked up on a minimum. Like it makes sense because they're getting the proper veteranship that's required for each position that they sort of have locked in long term. Like Alperen Sengun is going to be here long term. Jeff Green is going to be here long term. Amin Thompson is going to be here long term. And I think between Jayshawn Tatum, Torrey Eason, or Jabari Smith Jr. is going to have that 3 and 4 spot locked up for a long time. So I love what they did this offseason. If I could give them a grade, it'd be an A+. We got a few teams to go, so we're just gonna jump right into the predictions though. Okay, so predictions for the Houston Rockets. Zeno, I know you said you have them at the 11th spot. Mars, I know you said you got them at the 11th spot as well, right?
Nah, I don't know where I got them. I got them out of playing, but I want to mention something. For them, the main thing this offseason, year one of the culture change. That was the main thing for them. Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, those are guys who have earned their minutes, and then they drafted rookies so they could take him. Like, hey, VanVleet, his contract is for 2 years. If Amen plays good enough, they don't got no commitment to him like that for real. But you also don't want to just give Amen the spot.
Yeah.
Amen, he probably just wants to
make him work.
Y'all gonna work for it and play defense. Like that's the main thing. Because the past 3 years, the Rockies been an AAU team. They've been a Christian Wood cussing you out team, and then they just been James Harden doing whatever the fuck he wants. He get everything he needs. So that's good for the Rockies because I don't know if they really got the number one piece, but at least they like you said, they promising and got the culture change.
I don't think they have the number one piece currently. I think they have the number one offensive piece. He's still hiding behind one shooting guard and Jalen Green. But I think the number one piece that they need, I think the best way for them to get him at this point is develop the talent now and create them into assets that you could be able to push forward to say, I want this player. You know what I'm saying?
Getting closer to it though.
Getting closer to it. Yes, absolutely. Rod, Daryl, y'all got any anything on the Rockets?
Kind of like what I said. Like their off season, it wasn't too bad, and like with Emmanuel Doka over there being head coach right now, it definitely is a culture change. I don't see them making play-in. I definitely see them as like 11th, 12th this season. At least if they make a couple moves next year in the offseason, I do think they have potential to at least move up to maybe like a 9th or 8th spot. That's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Right. You got some?
Yeah, right now I have them out. They look good. They're playing well. I like a couple of the pieces that they got on there have been playing pretty well during the preseason. Even some of them were playing very well in summer league with Cam Whitmore. Really like him. I want to see more from him. If everything goes right and things just fit in, maybe they do make it into the play-in. But as of right now, I got them out.
Mm. And Daryl, you good?
Yeah, I gave my predictions.
No, I'm saying you good. You got anything else?
Yeah.
Okay. Mars, you figured out where you think you got them. So if anything, I can tell you right now, they're not better than Phoenix, Denver, Lakers, Sacramento, Minnesota, Clippers, Golden State, Memphis, OKC, and that's not even including Dallas Mavericks or the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah, I got them outside the top 10. That's
sure. Yeah, so they're out of the 10, and there's no shame in that. Like that, this is the first step. No team that's developing is supposed to just magically end up in the posting. It would be nice, but that's not the way things typically work this way. Like,
and I'll say this: I got them out of the top 10 prediction wise, but they don't have their first round pick this year. And a couple of those teams at the 9 to 10 range, they got their first round pick, so they can maybe tank at the end while the Rockets are gonna try and get that experience. So hey, maybe they could make the play-in, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, but if anything, if the Dallas Mavericks experiment showed you anything, just because you tank in the last few games doesn't mean that you're necessarily, putting yourself, what I'm saying? Like like you still have a short percentage chance of you getting that high pick that you're hoping for.
Yeah. I'm just saying they got no incentive at all. They don't even got their first rounder.
Shit, all the more reason for you to just focus on what you got right now. That's my logic. I'm like, I get what you're saying from the standpoint of like, if you ain't got no pick, go for it. But my thing is, just because you don't have a pick, that's all the more reason for you to focus on the talent you have right now. You have more than enough rough talent that you can just allow to play this within the system that you want to play, not looking with the objective of winning, but looking with the objective of them further understanding the importance of attention to detail on the defensive end, the importance of developing a team first mindset on the offensive end, and developing further on like their specific talents, like in Amin Thompson's case, his finishing skill. He needs to develop a better understanding of how to get to the rim in this NBA, and what's the best way for him to be able to like become a better finisher. I think in Jalen Green's case, being more acquainted with the idea of playing more off ball than on ball. In Sengun's case, being more comfortable with the idea of operating around the perimeter. He started to show little cases of that during the offseason. Not the offseason, during the preseason. In Cam Whitmore's case, stop shooting the damn ball every time you touch it. It is not a hot rock. Things like that. But yeah, no, I think that they're outside of the play-in and the playoffs. I think that they're a lottery team, but that the sky is the limit for them, truly. All right, so we're going on to the San Antonio Spurs. No additions whatsoever outside of the addition of their draft pick, the number 1 overall pick, the generational talent, Victor Wemby.
Victor! The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Did you see the nutmeg, bruh? Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
Some dude doing a nutmeg is crazy to me.
I want to say this.
Crazy to me.
Did you see that extension of him blocking Klay Thompson's shot?
And Andrew Wiggins' shot.
I want to say this.
No, he was tossing. He been tossing.
I am sorry. I'm sorry for the people at home. Rodney just woke you up from your deep sleep. My fault, guys.
Shit, if we had you sleep while we were doing this,
get your ass up.
Get your ass up, man. Get your ass up. But anyway, no, I'm not even gonna lie to you. There's not much to love about this San Antonio Spurs team, but damn it, that Victor Wemby, that Wembyama, man, that future GOAT, his rim protection is finna be elite from
that future GOAT. He says
that man, his rim protection finna be elite, brother. I'm telling you.
Bro,
like, have you seen?
The only thing that I have a problem
with
is big man and their health. If he stays healthy,
his health, obviously his health comes into account, but when healthy, the impact he's going to have from the jump, it's not a joke. The only thing, now I will say, the one thing that I think I spoke to Zeno about that I'm a little concerned about is I don't want Greg Popovich allowing Wemby to just like have such a free-flowing offense that he just chucking up shit. Because I think that's low-key what he was doing a little bit.
It is.
Yeah.
What he was doing.
It is what
he was doing. Spurs. I was watching Spurs preseason. That was too fun not to tune in.
Yeah. I was like, I love him on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, they need Greg Popovich needs to hone in that that leash he has on him, because some of the shots Wemby was taking, it was like, in theory, like 7-4 shooting over everybody. That should be like amazing on 2K, but in reality, like, nigga, you're like, we have a basketball game we're trying to play, like an organized sets that we're trying to do, and you basically just breaking it when you're shooting over. I think he shot over, it was him versus the Heat, and he just shot over I forget who the defender
he was shooting over. He was shooting over Thomas Bryant and Highsmith.
No, it was one. Oh yeah, no, you said it was Thomas Bryant. Yeah, he shot over Thomas Bryant like he wasn't there, and it's like, come on, bro, like, you're messing up the set that's obviously being ran around you just for the sake of like showing like, hey, look at me, you know. I don't know. I didn't necessarily like that, but I am high on him.
Yeah, him from the mid range is automatic. He's just too comfortable shooting threes. Like, he swear he can shoot threes off the dribble. Man, stop, man. Just spot up from 3 and then go crazy from the mid range. Like,
I'll tell you what I did like though. Him when he does get around the rim, he's patient. He will let the defender fly by before he goes for a contested layup, even given how tall he is.
Yeah, he did do that. I seen like on a fast break, he pump fake, let him jump,
let Clay drive by.
Yeah, like, hey.
Yeah. So I like that about him. But I think
had 2 of them on that.
So let me ask you this, Mars. Let me ask you this: which part of the court do you think is probably going to be the emphasis for him to develop this in his rookie season?
The paint. And setting screens. I don't want him shooting too many threes, man. He keeps shooting like 7 threes a game. That's like Buddy Hield, Steph Curry. Chill out. He actually, I would tell him just shoot from the mid range and spot up from 3. If you knocking down those spot up threes at a high clip, then you can use a pump fake and then get to where your bag is for real in the mid range. Because like he just taking too many off dribble threes, but he a young player. And then he finishing on like them alley hoops better than I thought he would too. Like,
he really, all right. Is it really an alley oop if you just grabbing that bitch way up there, bringing it down, and then dunking it? Like, is it really that, man?
Hey, and that's exactly why he's special. He changed the game. It's like, is it even an alley oop for real?
No, for real. Hey, Daryl, what you got? What you got on the Spurs?
Well, I mean, they got the same team as last year with the addition of Wemby, but I can really say, from watching their preseason, I mean, I focused a lot more on what he was doing. He's just really a freak of nature. And I don't see the Spurs like getting into the play-in this season, but the more they start to gel together, and Popovich, we know how great of a coach he is when he has like the talent. They can be a pretty good, solid playing team in the 24-25 season.
Okay. Rod, what's your take?
We'll be all the way. No, I was playing. Nah.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys.
Zeno, what you got?
It's afternoon.
Outside, what's called is it's afternoon for you guys too.
You late to the party.
Outside of the play. Jesus Christ, I don't live in the US. My fault. Like, damn. But yeah, I have them outside the play-in. So,
okay,
so they're gonna be outside the play-in.
Yeah, they're gonna be outside the play-in. Yeah, but I wanted to also say just real quick, Devin Vassell, them extending Devin Vassell. I think that's going to go unnoticed. I think that Devin Vassell definitely, especially now having Wemby, there, I think Devin Vassell can be he can be utilized even further. I think he's been developing just fine over the last like 3 seasons he's been there. But his true value is going to be his 3-point shooting. He shot 7 threes a game last season, guys, and he shot 38%, 38.7% from the 3-point line. he has value at the 3-point line. And so if Wemby does what you were saying, Mars, and he develops like operating more so in pick and roll sets or being in the mid-range operating, I think he can be able to further develop as far as like his passing skills. And Vassell is the perfect target for him to practice that with, because Vassell has shown that he's a high volume, high efficient 3-point shooter. So you're still like, you know what I'm saying? Like he can be able to boost his production in that sense. So there's that. But all right, guys. So we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah. You know who we talking about.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Y'all know who we talking about. Y'all know who we talking about.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If Max was here, if Max didn't leave, he would have fucking loved to talk about this thing.
Yeah, he probably drooling right now. He probably drooling right now about it.
Hey,
I've seen them as high as the
Cat's
4th
trash.
seed, as low as the 12th.
Cat's trash.
Say that again, more.
Cat's
I've been
trash.
seeing the Timberwolves as high as the 4th seed to some people, as low as the 12th to other. Like the Timberwolves, it is.
Yeah, the parameter for this team is crazy.
Yeah.
Rod, Cat is not trash. Okay, Cat is
so dumb.
Cat is not trash.
I'm so dumb.
He's mid.
Trash.
It's a difference. So he's mid.
Not even mid.
Yeah, he's mid. He's really. It's like
dumpster fire. He says.
Dang, I was about to say something, but I ain't trying to get Zeno.
Come on, man.
No. Say it. Say it.
3-point
No.
Say it.
Say it.
I don't know how to say it though without being disrespectful. Like,
say it.
Like, just do it. Nobody care.
Cat is like Joel
Embiid.
In the regular season, he's nuts. But Joel Embiid is way better though. Joel Embiid is like the S tier version. You know what I mean? In the regular season, that boy tough. Soon as the playoffs start, he forget like he a different man. He a different breed.
It's crazy. It's crazy because they have different reasons for that. Cat just becomes way more. Cat just becomes more indecisive in the playoffs, and he just chooses and pick when he wants to be aggressive or not. There's aggression issues in the playoffs, but when it comes to Embiid, it's mainly due to just straight up injuries. You can't really do that. Because you have series like in the bubble where he's averaging 30 on efficient splits, but he doesn't have any good entry passes. So what do you want him to do? Like when he's not injured, he actually does perform well. It's just the issue with Embiid is when is he not injured? That's the main issue.
The issue with Embiid is in the regular season he could foul bait. In the playoffs, you're more physical. And they hold on. Let me talk. Yeah, they hold the whistle more. Embiid gets himself hurt, falling on the floor looking for those calls. I'm being honest. I watched the 76ers a lot. I watch him literally sabotage his body for 2 free throws, and he doesn't get the call. That's on him.
Exhibit A Brooklyn Net series. Exhibit A Brooklyn Net series.
That's on him, man.
Firstly, his own doctors told him that rather than standing up, that's better to protect his body. That was literally why he's doing that. It's not because he's trying to flail and stuff like that.
Oh, so it's the doctor's fault.
Yes, it's the doctor's fault, firstly.
It's the doctor's fault. He goes to the podium and says it's Ben Simmons' fault, which it actually was kind of.
It's Doc Rivers' fault solely.
It's James Harden's fault.
It's James Harden's fault. It's Tobias Harris' fault.
I've never seen him go on that podium and say, I have to play better.
Justin, don't do that. You know how I am when it comes to what's called Embiid's shortcomings.
Don't play behind. You know who I am behind the scenes. Game.
No. I don't do behind the scenes. Even here, I'm not privy to act like.
I should say DeMar DeRozan instead, though.
Exactly. Don't do Embiid.
Embiid is too good.
Because I don't think Karl Anthony Towns is as good as Joel Embiid is in the regular season. I think he's more of a DeMar DeRozan caliber.
Thank you. That was crazy.
I'm kind of messing with you, kind of.
I know you guys have said fully.
We wanted to see your reaction, brother. That's all that mattered. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, he's more DeMar DeRozan.
He's more DeMar DeRozan.
He's more Fullius Randle. What the fuck you mean? Than
yeah.
Nah, because even Karl Anthony Towns is still better than Julius Randle in the postseason. Let's give it a stack. It's not too
You're right.
Yeah, Julius Randle falls from like a borderline like all NBA caliber like offensive talent to like being like a what the fuck is this on the team. in the postseason. So like,
So does Cat, because Cat doesn't play defense.
Nah, Karl-Anthony Towns don't. No,
Okay. I'm going to get off
Karl-Anthony Towns has moments in postseason.
Listen, I would
Karl-Anthony Towns has moments in series, like that Memphis Grizzlies series. He showed moments where you can, he showed games where you can look at it and be like, I could see an avenue where Karl-Anthony Towns can be useful on a roster, even in the postseason, given like his inconsistencies. But Julius Randle has no game to speak of where you can say that.
Yeah. Wait. What year was that? You talking about the one before Rudy Gobert got there?
He's talking about the one where the
the one before and his playing like history, like he actually showed up this past season.
Yeah, he's talking about the series where the Timberwolves were literally up going into half every single game, and Karl-Anthony Towns just sabotaged them in the second half. That's the series.
What did I say when we started this conversation? Trash.
No,
anyway.
What did you? Okay, he's trash. Oh, okay. I mean, all right. The nigga in that 6-game series, the nigga in that 6-game series against the Memphis Grizzlies shot 40. He had 21 points on 48, 45, 86 splits. And that, like, you know, so he had moments where it's like, damn, this nigga actually could be feasible to be on the team. And then he has those moments where it's like, trade this nigga.
Hello.
Trade this nigga. So okay.
Trade this nigga with Ben Simmons over there in Australia. Fucking annoying.
Trade this nigga for Ben Simmons with some Pop Rocks. Say less.
Both of y'all motherfuckers go to Australia. Done with this shit.
Hey, nah. What were you about to say? What were you about to say, Zeno? What were you about to say?
No, I was trying to cut you off because we're kind of like at 3 hours and we haven't finished. Like we need to be finishing.
Okay. Yeah. You're right.
That's why I was trying to cut you off.
Yeah,
let me cut you off, man.
You're right. All right. Predictions.
At least talk about the team firstly. Whoa, damn.
We talked about the team. No, you just talked about them.
Bro, the team is literally just what Cat is.
The team is literally Cat. The team is Cat, like exemplified.
Because everything else is solidified. They got a nice defense. Mike Conley's good. Anthony Edwards is good. McDaniels is good. Gobert is a good defender. We know what he's going to bring.
We're just going to say he's good. Like, we're not going to talk about Anthony Edwards' possible rise into like a top 15 player in the league. We're not going to talk about.
Nigga, we have talked about that for like multiple episodes.
Yeah, okay. If you want to do that, then fair enough, man. I'm just trying to get some type of conversation going. But
every episode. No. You know what we need to talk about? We need to talk about how niggas are too high on this nigga Anthony Edwards. If that's the case,
that's like Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, if you want to talk about it, let's talk about how everybody talks about Anthony Edwards like he's already done it to become a top 15 caliber player when he hasn't done it yet. He has shown the potential to be it. But niggas is already putting him in the top 15 when he don't belong in that conveation just yet. Like, let's talk about that then, you know? I
agree with that. I don't know why you get mad at me for. I agree.
He's like 18-25.
Bro, 18-25 is fair, but niggas are putting him in the top 15 like this nigga is like already Lillard.
Like just fuck Damian Lillard. Fuck Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, like fuck all the other niggas that already just like they still are better. They're still better. Like people got him over like Donovan Mitchell already. It's like, come on, bro.
He's a really good player though.
He's a really good player. He's a really good player. But for you to be into the top 15, for you to be top 15, the prolific value that you have to have at that point, he has not reached yet. He will.
Yeah. He's inconsistent.
Give it some time.
Yeah.
So predictions for the Timberwolves. Is that the conversation you wanted to have, Zeno?
I mean, that's fine. I don't really mind. You know, Justin, that I'm less.
I know, Zeno. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you.
Play in.
Got you. Daryl.
So, predictions. So, for all I really have for the Timberwolves, honestly, is I got play in for them.
You're a Xena merchant. Just remember that. Karen, Joe?
That's really it for me. I got playing for them.
I got the Timberwolves like the 6 to 8 range. I like how they Will Hardy. I like how Will Hardy like moves the ball around with them on the offense. But the Cat and Gobert minutes last year, I remember how weird they were. They was very bad, but hopefully that just gets better in the 6 to 8 range.
You're wrong for that, Zeno. you ain't shit. Oh my god! Hey, clip that, nigga. Oh my god!
I don't clip that shit.
Yeah, you ain't shit. Oh my god!
That's not my fault.
Hey, shout out to our editor and thumbnail creator Sage, man. Fuck this nigga Zeno. I don't know what he talk about, Sage. And like, nah, you are not a Zeno merchant. Zeno merchant is crazy. Oh my god.
But yeah, I completely agree with Mar. I think they are around the 6 to 8 range. I think this team goes as far as and takes them. If that, and if we do get the possible cat trade, I actually potentially see them higher than that. I can see them in the 5th seed, to be honest with you, because then you remove. Yeah, because you remove the biggest weakness on defense.
I think the Timberwolves. What did I do with the list?
I was gonna say they go as far as cat holes in the back, and then you that is amazing. Yeah.
I think I'm not even gonna lie to you. The preseason, did it move you a little bit?
His offense is exactly what I thought, dude. All I care about his effort on defense, and he still has those defensive laps. Look, how I'm a Heat fan, and he gives me a lot of Duncan Robinson on defense, to where like, you're a bad defender. Just stay in front of your man. Stop trying to be the guy that makes the highlight play on defense. You have 4 above average defenders on your team. Why are you trying to be the hero? You have McDaniels, Gobert, Edwards, and Conley. Just stay in front of your man. But he's over there trying to read passing lanes, jump passes. Just stay in the corner, man.
I think I'm not gonna lie to you. I get what you're with. I think what this preseason showed me, though, that it could be false hope. I think the team chemistry defensively that they have between Mike Conley, Anthony Edwards, Jay McDaniels, and Rudy Gobert is enough to offset the defensive deficiencies that Karl Anthony Towns has. And so with that being combined with the fact that their offense looks like smooth, especially the fact that they actually, now the head coach now has, I think it's Chris Finch.
Yeah, it's Chris Finch.
Yeah.
Chris Finch.
Now that
overrated.
Now that Finch has Karl Anthony Towns operating even more on the 3-point line in offensive sets, and allowing Rudy Gobert to have the proper space, and allowing the proper space for Rudy, a little more space for Anthony Edwards to be able to slash to the rim, and more than often, that opens the door for so many more opportunities for players like Jaden McDaniels, who look like he's developing as a 3-point shooter. I don't know if you guys saw that, but fucking, oh my god, if that's the case, this nigga's finna be like, yeah, he's been a decent 3-point shooter. I think. There was a specific game against the Dallas Mavericks, because they played them twice.
Yeah,
and Jaden McDaniels took the fuck off from the 3-point line. Like, I'm not
even better as a 3-point. Fair enough.
Yeah, being even better from the 3-point line, mixed with his defensive impact, this nigga's finna be one of the more valuable assets in the entire league. If that's
similar like OG on an Obi type thing.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Jay McDaniels?
No, because I was gonna say I don't like that type of recognition, because I think Jaden McDaniels is a better player.
No. We're saying like in that ilk.
I feel you. My fault. I feel you.
So, like, understanding that, like, I think Minnesota, I have them in the 5th seed, because I think that the defensive power that they have, having a frontline center and Rudy Gobert that can properly rim protect consistently, and now that he understands what is in front of him, like how bad it can get when he's not focusing on his rim protection primarily, how bad it can get, I think he comes in even more focused. And that mixed along with the further development on the defensive end for Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels combo, right? Still having Mike Conley there, I think that these niggas are finna be monstrous. And the potential is like 5th to probably 4th. They could surpass Sacramento, and because I have Sacramento 4th. But I don't think that they can reach the Suns. I don't think that they can reach Denver, and I don't think that they're going to reach the Lakers. So those are the only 3 teams in the West that I don't think that they could touch. But everybody else, it's free game for them.
Fair enough. They also could lose to anyone else too. Like the Timberwolves, they're such a.
That is true. Man. But I don't know. After seeing what they did towards the second half of the season last season, and then seeing how they played with Anthony Edwards at the helm in the postseason against the Denver Nuggets, I think they get it. I think they get it now. And then the next step is just to trade Karl Anthony Towns, because Karl Anthony Towns you can only go so far with him on your roster. Yeah. So I have them at the 5th seed. I think we all agree they could be like a 5th or 11th seed, like real quick, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rod, you with that, or you think something else?
I got them. The highest I have them is 6.
Okay. And then Daryl, you good?
Yep. Playing team at least number 7.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that is just about it for all the teams, actually.
Is it?
Oh, no. Washington. That's the last team.
Boo!
See, y'all got Washington and the Blazers.
It's the Blazers too? Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about the Blazers. Okay. So let's do Wizards first and then Trailblazers after. Okay, so we got the Wizards, and their offseason was Jordan Poole. It was basically essentially Jordan Poole and Jordan Poole only. I mean, they got off of Kristaps' contract
and Bradley Beals.
W them. What grade? Real quick, just fucking around. What's the grade that y'all would give for the Washington Wizards?
They should never be an NBA team.
I'll be real with you. That's kind of a hard one to give, to be honest with you. Really hard.
I'm gonna go see.
Because what did they get for the trade for
Bill?
No, not for Bill. The Bill trade was on their part. That is such an F grade trade. It's insane.
That was a terrible trade.
I'm talking about Porzingis. What did they get for Porzingis?
Tyus Jones.
They got Tyus Jones. They got
Tyus Jones and maybe a pick.
They got Tyus Jones. They got Mike Muscala and Danilo Gallinari.
Mid. Okay, cool. So they got nothing from that trade too. Okay, so the only good thing they got was Jordan Poole from the CP3 trade. Mm-hmm. I think altogether it's probably like a C or B. That's just because of Chris. Just looking at what Jordan Poole could be for this team. Yeah. But the issue is, where people are saying, "Oh, Jordan Poole."
God said it was a C2.
The thing is,
they're already trying to get him out.
Jordan Poole is going to be the next, like, James Harden is going to be, like, he's going to be the next James Harden. I think people need to realize that Jordan Poole doesn't have the playmaking.
No way, he got the thumb down.
Of course, like he doesn't have the playmaking chops that James Harden ever showed. He doesn't even have any of that. He's mainly just a scorer. He has some playmaking, like basic reads out of double teams and stuff like that. But he doesn't have, and even then, he struggles with double teams. So, like, that's the issue with Jordan Poole. It's not necessarily how good he is as a scorer, it's what he can do for playmaking side, and he doesn't have the playmaking. So I don't know where people are seeing the next James Harden when he's never shown the ability to play make at a high level. Weird. Before you carry on, before Mars goes, L take. True. All right, your turn, Marcus.
Believe I got him with an A grade. It's
A.
I was standing on it for the past couple years. As soon as they get off Bradley Beal, I'm finally happy. They got a direction. That's all I'm looking for with the Wizards. They were in denial of having a direction. So they got Porzingis contract off. They got Bradley Beal contract off. If you look at it, those were contract dumps. If Bradley Beal was on the Wizards today, you would say that Bradley Beal contract was the worst contract in the league.
Mars, I need you to explain to you something. The reason why that contract is the worst contract in the league is because of them. They put the no trades clause.
And I'm gonna tell you why it's not because of them. And why it's because they got a new general manager, Bob Myers. He didn't give that contract.
Fair enough.
He didn't give that contract. He came in. This is year one of a rebuild. He said, "You know what you do year one of a rebuild when you have a short like he got the job over summer. He got a high upside player with Bilal, who's a project. Yeah, so you're like, all right, we could give him a couple years, and we want to lose. That's a direction. They haven't had a direction in forever. They just had Bradley Beal, Porzingis, and Kuzma, 3 max players, fucking getting in the 14th seed.
I like this nigga Zeno, bro.
Like I'm just happy they off them.
What?
We got people that's up in Washington currently that's not even having faith in them the proper way. It's not about what you gave up and what you got back. It's about forming some type of culture.
Mm-hmm. And then you could tell that Bob Myers, he was inside of the Warriors staff room. He knew that they were low on Jordan Poole, and he basically got Jordan Poole for free. Like literally, they're Warriors, same thing. They wanted to just get off of Poole. He's like, hey, fuck you. We need to pay someone. And I gave Poole that contract. I like Poole. Hey, maybe he gonna be taking too many shots because it looks like he about to be averaging 24-ish. I don't know why niggas think he about to come in and average 30. It's crazy. But
niggas think no, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not crazy to think that he could average like 25, but he finna average the worst efficient 25 you ever seen.
Yeah, he gonna be putting up a lot of shots, but I'm just happy they got a direction. Like they're there to lose and just see what they got.
They are there to lose. It's funny to me. But
yeah, at least they're there to lose. Last year they were there to like try to make the play-in. Like that's dumb, man. I don't like that. That middle ground is the worst place you can be.
That is true. I call that purgatory. You're true. You're speaking.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than being too good to be a loser and too bad to be a winner. There's nothing worse than that.
Exactly. There's nothing worse than that to me either.
I agree.
Facts.
Yeah. Type shit, right?
Bro hasn't said a word for like 5 years, and now, facts.
I mean, I'm not gonna cut him off like you've been doing everybody, but I let him get his words.
Hey, you're spitting. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're spitting.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Nah, okay. So predictions for the Washington Wizards. Go.
15th or 14th seed. Like,
out of the playoffs.
Yeah. They're getting the number one overall
15
pick.
14.
Yeah. They trying to get that number one pick, or at least top 3 odds, no matter what. So shout out to them.
Shout out to them niggas, bro.
Just get ready for the lottery, Washington. Just get ready for the lottery.
All right, so everybody agree they suck. All right, let's go. So last team, we got the Portland Trail Blazers. They just got off of Damian Lillard's contract for the final offseason that we've been sitting here talking about. Damn, Dame should leave the team. Dame is not good enough to be the best player on the championship team. Everybody knew it, but the front office. But now some new people come in, and you know what they said? Hey, this guy Dame, he's been for a while. We ain't got no championship because of him. We should get rid of him. So they get rid of this nigga, and they bring in who? Scoot Henderson, man. Scoot Henderson, my guy Scoot, to play alongside Anthony Simons. They also made a great trade, in my opinion, to get off of Yusuf Nurkic, and they brought in an even younger and better center in DeAndre Ayton to give him an opportunity to, actually be more implemented in the offense and be more valuable than the way he was in Phoenix. What other moves did they make?
Well, Malcolm Brogdon, they brought him in.
Oh, yeah, but they getting off of that nigga.
They got Chris Murray. And
Robert Williams. They still have Jeremy Grant.
They stole Chris Murray from the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, and they got Robert Williams.
You think Robert Williams is staying?
Yeah, they do have Robert Williams.
I want to ask y'all that. Do you think Robert Williams is staying?
That's a good question.
It depends on who they are hiring on.
I mean, what do you mean? It depends who they're hiring on. You think between Robert Williams or DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I think I don't see a reason why you wouldn't be higher on DeAndre Ayton though.
It's a question.
I mean, Robert
man.
Williams'
It's a
defense is.
I mean, okay. Here's my question: if Scoot Henderson is as much of a rim runner as we saw in the preseason, right? He doesn't look like he has a shot at all. That bitch look broken, but he looks like he can operate pretty well on the free run to the rim. So you want to give him a lot of space. Why would Robert Williams be more valuable in that sense when you have a player in DeAndre Ayton who can stretch the floor?
Because Robert Williams sets hard screens, and at least you can run pick and rolls. And Scoot Henderson is a really good passer, so he would throw lobs. DeAndre Ayton, I feel like when he gets the ball, he posts up, he takes his time, and I feel like if anything, that's worse for a rim runner.
Okay,
so took the words right out of my mouth.
Do you think that this situation isn't ideal for DeAndre Ayton?
I think.
I don't know.
Go ahead. I didn't ask him.
DeAndre Ayton is he's a motor guy to me. Like, he got to try. Like, and Robert Williams is the definition of just he tries. Like,
yeah, he does.
I don't know, man.
I do want to say that I think that you guys are selling DeAndre Ayton short. In his first 2 years in the league, when he was playing with Devin Booker, he was way more willing to play in the pick and roll and make. That's when he was flashing his ability to play make through the short roll. So he actually has the ability to just let the ball go as long as he's actually involved in the offense. That was one of the biggest issues on the Suns when CP3 went there. It was just essentially he was just used as a low catching big, or every once in a while they'll give him the ball in the post so he can take a mid range. Like, now that he's going to be involved more in the offense in the Portland Trailblazers, I think that he's going to be way more inclined to actually follow the offense and help people set screens, actually dive to the rim, provide some playmaking out of the short roll like he showed in his earlier years. I think he's actually going to be way more helpful to the team than you guys are actually portraying.
All right, but both of those centers are good. But both of them are. That's another thing I like about it is they have two options at center. Like, no matter what, from the Dame trade, they're gonna get a starting center, no matter what.
Yeah.
And
see, we're not selling Ayton short. I'm just saying personally that it depends on which one
on Robert
you prefer for their future goal. I'm high on Robert too. I'm also high on Ayton. I think he had those abilities that he didn't get a chance to show. I know he can shoot he can stretch the floor. I know he's got he can get the rebounds. He can set the pick and roll. He can be a lob threat. He's okay. I don't think he's a tremendous defender, in my opinion.
Robert Williams?
I just don't think he's great.
No.
Grant Williams.
DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton.
Oh, you saw about? Yeah. I agree with you. So I was like, who is he talking about? I'm so confused. Yeah.
No. Well, nigga, he was talking about offense. You could know he wasn't talking about Robert Williams. Yeah, no, he wasn't talking about Robert Williams, ass.
Hey, respect Robert Williams' playmaking.
Respect Rob Williams stretching the floor.
Hey.
Yes.
Anyways, let's move on to this conversation.
Okay.
Hey, let's move on to this conversation.
Let's get to the final predictions. Zeno, you go first.
Portland Trailblazers, out the playoffs.
Got you.
Play in.
What?
Yeah, I got them out the playoffs because they're a young team and there's no actual direction just yet.
Type shit.
Darrell?
I got them out the playoffs only because all these moves they made, and they're, like Rodney said, they're a young team. So their expectation is not to be
Rodney. I don't think he heard me.
I know. I heard it. Yeah, and I was like,
"You so fucking nasty, bro."
I heard him call me Darrell.
I heard it too.
Did you? Because you answered.
Oh my god!
I heard him call me Darrell.
Oh my god!
I heard him call me Darrell.
What you answer for?
Bro, he answered the same reason as me. Y'all been calling me Mars this whole thing. My name
nasty.
Mars. Y'all been calling me Mars.
I said you Mar.
I said Mar. I said Mar. I said Mar.
I heard him call me Darrell.
No, I was the one who was calling Mars. To be fair, so.
It be your own boys, man. It be your own.
Why am I getting packed up again? Okay, you know what? You guys are, I'm tired of this. I'm going on a strike.
I definitely heard you. I definitely heard you.
But Mar, what's your prediction on the Trailblazers?
What you got, Darrell?
You know what?
Now you got Darrell going on strike, bro.
I was just playing. Man. I was just playing. I'm playing Daryl. I'm playing Daryl.
You see, Daryl. At least I'm the only one. What?
Be like Justin. Your new name's gonna be Justice.
Justice.
Okay, Mar, what's your pick? What's your pick?
The Blazers, they got some talent, but I think they're gonna be like bottom 3. They talented though. They talented.
They are. They're talented. I think I view the Trailblazers the same way I view the Rockets. They're talented. They don't have the discipline yet to like be able to make a serious push at a playoff spot. Maybe a play-in accidentally. Like, because they are talented enough where if everything is just clicking, they can accidentally find themselves in a play-in position, but nothing more than that.
Yeah. I got them on the play.
My question is, what's going to click? Because they don't have anything. But what direction are they going? Are they a 3-point shooting team? Are they?
No, they have some good 3-point shooters. They have some good 3-point shooters. A couple, but. No, for everything to click, like for them to accidentally like work out, you would need DeAndre Ayton to operate with like a sense of like motivation, specifically on the defensive end, while giving you like the obvious production that we understand he can give you offensively. You need Scoot Henderson to be showing his chops on the playmaking end as well as the defensive end. You would need Anthony Simons to be like lights out shooting wise, because like you're going to need that. You would need another step forward from Shaedon Sharpe. Like you would need a lot of things to go right for them to get everything clicking. It's not to say that it's like it's like a high percentage chance of it happening, but it is possible. Anything's possible in NBA. So there's that.
I got a question. Before we go. All right, question before we go back, before y'all do anything. Like the Minnesota Timberwolves and have both Aiden and Robert Williams as starters. How do y'all feel about that?
Oh, I got what you're saying. Okay. I was so confused for a quick second. Okay.
I kind of don't hate it because Robert Williams, even on the Celtics, he's like a roam defender that can play center. So DeAndre Ayton, he needs help. And Robert Williams going to give it to him. So Ayton is going to look better on defense, like similar to Jaren Jackson and Steven Adams type thing. Ayton is going to be in the paint, and Robert Williams is going to help him in the paint because Ayton needs help.
Okay,
I don't like
offensively.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't like it because offensively, like the reason why in theory it works between Cat and Rudy Gobert is because Cat is that good of a shooter, like to stretch the defense out that far. To where they could be able to still operate fairly well on the offensive end. DeAndre Ayton is by mid-range, and that's by as far as he can.
Yeah.
That's not even that. Triple J also works because Triple J has a similar game plan as Cat, just not as efficient as a scorer or driver. They both do like to take a lot of 3-pointers, and then when you play up on their 3-point shot, they start taking drives to the rim. It's just that Triple J is a less polished version of Cat in that semblance. On offense, but he's just completely superior on defense. Yeah. And that's why it works with him and
Steven
Adams. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking about on the defensive side it will work. Offense, I didn't even think about Robert Williams getting moved again. That could be a possibility.
They need to move him. Not because he's like going to be a hindrance to the roster. I have no question about that. They need to move him because his value right now is still like that of like a memory of what he's done for in a Boston Celtics jersey. So if you move him now, his value is going to be high versus like if you the moment he plays a game in a Trailblazers jersey, he's going to be looked at as to his value as compared to DeAndre Ayton. And we already understand that DeAndre Ayton is going to get the starting job at the center spot. So if he's not getting that much ability to show his value on the defensive end in a Portland Trailblazers jersey, how much value is he going to have in the eyes of like other front offices? Because he's not going to show it on the offensive end outside of being like a lob threat. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to be moved and soon so that because his defensive value is still at its peak right now.
Yeah.
We'll take him.
Clippers need him.
The Clippers need him too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers need him too.
Atlanta need him.
Find a way to get Robert. That's.
Do I say it again, Rod?
Atlanta need him.
Atlanta need look. Shit. Y'all got a Kongwu. Use him first.
Yeah, we are gonna put him at the 4.
The ew.
Why?
I don't like that.
Why would you do
I
that?
like him better.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
He doesn't space the floor. Why would you do
Yeah,
that?
he doesn't space the floor at all.
I'm not.
You
I
got
don't
two
need him to
lob.
space
You have two
the floor
lob
like
threats.
that.
Yeah, you have 2 lob threats at that point, and that's all that they are on the offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
I have no
that gets
problem with
real
it.
nasty.
Need it back. I got a bunch of 3-point shooters. I don't need you to shoot threes.
Okay, guys, so we're gonna wrap this up, guys. It's been 3 hours and a half, man. Like, this is one. This is I just want to say this before we close out. Mar, I know you. This is your first time being on the show, but
Yeah.
a few months ago, us 4 created. Us 3, me, Daryl, and Rodney created this show with an idea, right? And we just wanted to talk basketball. 3 months later, Zeno's been here. And we are like 55 subscribers deep, and we've cracked viewerships on our streams that like we couldn't even fathom. Like, I want to give like a thank you to Daryl, Rodney, Zeno. Like y'all 3 made me want to like actually pursue this shit seriously. You know what I'm saying? And we doing it. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all. Honestly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep it up. I was watching one of y'all things, so I be pouting myself with Up the Score show. Y'all want to subscribe to that? Tune in.
Absolutely.
Y'all welcome in
of course,
every
of
Wednesday
course.
at 7 p.m. We go live for the NBA, and pouting is kind of fun. We've been doing it for a year, and then we use the same platform.
Yeah.
StreamYard, just
Well,
learn how to use it. Because I seen you was looking like a bot a little bit. You was feeling like an old head. I used to be the same way.
Because he is an old head. Come on now.
I'm 26, man. Like, come on, leave me alone.
Hey, what did I say? Old head. See,
Let me be. Nah, I think I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody that joins as a guest. The moment you step onto our platform, you're just as much of a family as the next person, right? So don't ever feel like you like you're not invited to join on the show. We'll send you the link whenever. Like, we love to just like talk ball with you guys. That's why you guys are on the show in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this is not the last time that you on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Zeno can be able to get on your side and you can smoke him about his love.
No, you won't be smoking me.
Yeah, on your show, you know what I'm saying? You know, hopefully, you know, we can get Daryl to see the light and hop off of this Lakers train. You know, there's a lot of hope going around. But that's enough for this show, guys. Thank you guys. We will see you guys next Sunday to review the next step. We don't have the title for the episode, but it's gonna be the first week of the new season. So peace out to you, Daryl. You got any closing statements?
You know, like I say all the time, everybody check out the show, log in, go on YouTube, Hoopsters Podcast. We here every Sunday. Zeno got his show on Fridays.
Yeah.
And just promote it. Just show us love, man. And of course, for all the other podcast shows that come and be guests for us, you know, we always support y'all as well because we all try and be great in this industry.
Exactly. there's a lot of what's called views to go around, man.
Absolutely.
Everybody come through, bro.
And Mar, put your link of your channel in the private chat so I can put in the comments.
All right, man.
Real quick. Rod, you got anything to say before we close out?
Yeah, man, it's been a minute. Appreciate everybody for supporting. I kind of missed y'all. Even Justice.
Oh, I miss you too, Rodney.
We missed you too, brother. We missed
you, dog.
Facts.
Yeah,
we missed you, bro. So
tune in next week for week 1. Let's have some fun. Let's get ready for the season, man. Let's get it popping.
Regular season.
Let's do it. All right, y'all. Well, we finna tap out. I gotta head to work. So.
I didn't get a chance. That's crazy. All right. Well, see you guys.
Well, Mar, I'll put your link in the chat, bro.
All right, y'all. Be safe.
Yeah, take care, buddy.
Help me, man.
Oh, man.